And Brownlee crushes that one. Left field and into the night it goes. Deep shot, and that is deep to left field, and that is way gone here at the stadium. It is 6-1 for the Majors.
Here's the 1-2. Jaco drives that one to left field and deep. Moving back on it to left fielder Burnside to the warning track. That ball is gone. Hayden Jaco sends one out to left field, and the Majors take a 1-0 lead. Byron drives it to right field and deep. Back it goes, warning track, wall. Goodbye, baseball. Byron right side hits one out to Riverside Drive. The Majors lead 5-0 on an absolute bomb from Byron. The pitch from Candell. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Fire that bow and arrow, Keith Candell. It's your first career IBL save.
And no doubt about that one. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Labatt Memorial Park. It is Game 5 of the Intercounty Baseball League's Finals. I'm Noah Smith, Dylan Baker with me up here in the press box. And Dylan, an exciting matchup tonight as the two top teams go for it all and the championship of the Intercounty Baseball League.
The two top teams in the regular season Intercounty Baseball League standings do battle here tonight in Game 5, the deciding game of the IBL Finals at Labatt Park. Both teams have won their respective home games in this series. It's been tight all series long. It's been close games in games 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're likely to get something very similar to that here tonight. It should be a great ball game.
Game 4. Last night in Toronto might go down as one of the most exciting IBL games in recent memory for a lot of fans, from fans we've talked to who don't even cheer for either of these teams. It was an exciting ball game. 13 innings is what it took, and it took, well, Sean Riley sending one into the outfield grass beyond the fence to end the ball game.
Yeah, it was a really exciting game all throughout at Christie Pitts in Toronto. The Majors led for the majority of that game, and the Leafs stormed back late, and that game went 13 innings. Dustin Richardson was fantastic out of the bullpen for the Maple Leafs. Luke Kelly for the Majors was great as well in relief of Pedro de los Santos. It was a really, really good ball game. It went a very long time, like you mentioned, 13 innings. That game wrapped up almost at midnight, and the Leafs came out on top to force this game here tonight.
Game 5, and it is a sold-out crowd here at Labatt Park tonight. If you want a ticket, you're out of luck, Dylan. 3,300 strong to see if the London Majors can end a 46-year championship drought.
Yeah, it's going to be probably one of the Majors' best chances at ending that drought. They haven't won a championship since 1975, and the fans are excited. This crowd has already been rowdy to this point. Eric Collins, the public address announcer, getting them hyped up, getting them ready to go. It's a big game. Everybody understands that, and everybody's into it here at Labatt Park.
Here is the lineup for the visiting Toronto Maple Leafs as they will take the bats first here to start this ball game, Dylan. And not a whole lot of changes for the Leafs in the game today. You're going to see a change with Salazzo and Connect in the 5-6 hole, but other than that, it's the exact same lineup for Toronto here in Game 5.
No, I think the Maple Leafs have thrown out the same guys for every game in a very similar order to this point in this series, and it's worked for them. The bats have been consistent, they've been good, and like you mentioned, Salazzo and Connect flip, that's the only change from that lineup for the Maple Leafs.
And of course, Sean Riley, the hero in Game 4, batting in the 3-hole for Toronto. Here's the lineup for the hometown London Majors as they look to try and capture that title, Dylan. And I know a lot of fans, this is going to be on their mind. The big change in the Majors lineup today, no Chris McQueen.
Chris McQueen suffered an injury in Game 4, as many of you may have seen watching the game on the Toronto Maple Leafs YouTube channel. He is not in the starting lineup tonight. Whether he's eligible to come into this game later, whether he's okay and feeling able to play in this game later on as a substitution, that's still to be determined. But Nick Carroll is batting ninth, playing second base. Many Majors fans will notice that Carroll is listed as a pitcher on the roster. He has had at-bats before this season. He's got 2 RBI. He's got a double as well. Carroll can swing it, and the Majors will be looking for some offensive output from him tonight.
Nick Carroll getting into the game here, and we'll see what he can do for the London Majors as you see them getting announced on your screen there. we'll check out the pitching lineup, or the starting pitchers, we should say here. Owen Boone and Marek Deska will go for these two clubs tonight, the same starters we saw in Game 2.
Yeah, Game 2 on Sunday at Christie Pitts, it was Boone versus Deska. Boone, just his 4th home start of the season. He's pitched the majority of his games on the road, pitched 6 innings on Sunday. Marek Deska, as we touched on there, got the win in Game 2 as the Maple Leafs Game 2 starter. He started off a little bit slow in that game, allowed 3 early runs for the Maple Leafs, but really settled in and commanded a presence out there on the mound after that.
Owen Boone just getting announced out onto the field there to a thunderous applause here from the many in attendance, and that is the conclusion of the London Majors lineup. So with that, Dylan, we'll send it down to field level here for the national anthems coming here on Majors TV.
Tonight's anthem singer. We go down on the field to Mr. Owen Boone. Thank you so much, Eric. Tonight we have Erica and Arissa Golder with us. Erica is in grade 10 and Arissa is in grade 6. Music is a passion for both. They're members of the Metropolitan United Church Choir School. In 2018, the choir toured England, singing at many locations, including Chester Cathedral, Bristol Cathedral, and Blenheim Palace. Both Erica and Arissa are huge London Majors fans and have been to almost every home game this season. Arissa was so inspired by the Majors, she started playing softball this past summer and enjoyed playing second base. They're very honored to have this opportunity to sing at Labatt Park for the final game of the championship series. They'll be singing English and French, and Arissa will be signing in silence. One more time, Erica and Arissa Golder.
So the anthem's complete and just about time for baseball here in London. A big crowd in to take this one. It is Game 5 of the Intercounty Baseball League Finals, and we are happy to bring it to you wherever you are watching with us tonight, whether you're staying warm inside or whether you're maybe sitting outside trying to get a glimpse or a feel of what we have here at Labatt Park, Dylan. It is a chilly Friday night here. October baseball for what is probably the first time ever, we think, in the Intercounty Baseball League playoffs.
Yeah, I can't tell you if the Intercounty Baseball League has had October baseball in the past. It's probably one of the first times in the league's history, and that's saying something because the league has been around for a very, very long time. It's exciting to have October baseball. It's the fall classic when you think of Major League Baseball for the title. It's in October now in the Intercounty Baseball League. It's chilly. At this moment, it was a little warmer earlier. It's been a beautiful day, and the fans are excited. They're bundled up in case the temperatures drop, which they're expected to as the night goes on. Everybody's excited. Everybody's revved up. Everybody's ready to go for this game as you get a look at Owen Boone out there on the mound for the Majors. Boone, as we talked about earlier, only making his 4th start at home this season. He's pitched 19 innings, given up 2 earned runs. One of those home starts was the home opener against these Toronto Maple Leafs. Granted, this team has really come around since then. They only scored 1 run in that home opener against Boone, but ever since, that offense has become the best in the Intercounty Baseball League statistically, and they're going to be looking to jump on Owen Boone early and take this crowd out of it because this crowd is very excited. They are ready to go. Boone's going to look to get off to a hot start and try to mow these Leafs down.
Boone didn't pitch terrible in Game 2 back at Christie Pitts, but he'd love to bounce back here and be the guy that helps the Majors in this deciding Game 5. He's going to have to face Jordan Castaldo to start things off, as every Majors pitcher has to start this series.
Leafs have been very consistent with their lineup, and Jordan Castaldo's been at the top for every game. Boone, the only blemish on his line in that game was the Justin Mara home run that gave the Maple Leafs the lead.
So Boone ready here, and the first pitch to Castaldo, swung on and missed, and we are underway here at Labatt Park, right on time, 7:35.
Always love that when a baseball game starts right as it's expected, on right at first pitch, scheduled time, and that's 7:35 here at Labatt Park.
So Castaldo here to lead things off for Toronto in this ball game. And Boone ready. He's going to hurl this one towards the plate, fouled off and out of play. Fans still getting their tickets scanned and finding their seats as this game begins. As mentioned earlier, a capacity COVID-restricted crowd of 3,300 here tonight in the ballpark.
No doubt about that, Noah. Fans are excited. They're still settling in. There was a line outside as the game was about to get going, and everybody wants to see IBL Finals baseball here at Labatt Park. That last pitch of Jordan Castaldo that he just fought off over the Majors dugout, I think is causing him some problems right now. I think he got a fistful of bees, as anyone who's familiar with baseball terms would say. Owen Boone has a really good fastball, and right there he got it in on Castaldo's hands. It sounded like the bat might have broken. He looks like he's ready to go.
Gets even tougher when you factor in the colder weather. Fall ball, as they like to call it, and it is a chilly one tonight. Boone ready here, 0-2 against Castaldo. Into his delivery, pitch to the plate is going to miss and move the count to 1-2 here on the Leafs leadoff man.
Good fastball there from Boone, missed just high above the strike zone, potentially looking for a chase from Castaldo there on 0-2. You can afford to waste a pitch like that when you're ahead in the count.
So Castaldo ready in that left-hand batter's box. Boone, leg kick and delivery to the plate. This one popped up foul territory. Artiaga at third will give it a look, but this one is going to find itself 10 rows back in the seats and out of play. So we'll have to redo the 1-2. These two clubs throughout the course of this 2021 season have played each other 9 times. 9 times this season, if you include the regular season and the postseason. The home team, Dylan, has won every game.
It's been crazy to see how well these two teams have faced each other at home. The Majors are going to look to keep up that trend here tonight.
And here's Boone ready with the 1-2. This one fouled off again. Castaldo putting up a fight here. The first at bat of the game, I should say.
Castaldo got behind early in this count, then took a pitch, and it's fouled off 2 straight. 3 foul balls total in this at-bat. He's doing a good job battling at the plate.
Once again, the 1-2. This one low in the dirt. They tried to switch up the location there. Didn't get Castaldo to bite.
Good pitch calling there from Jaco and Boone. After coming with 5 straight fastballs to start the at-bat against Castaldo, why not show him a breaking ball, see if he'll chase it after 2 straight foul balls as well. Unfortunately for the Majors, he didn't bite.
Even in the count here at 2-2, to the plate, Castaldo drills one into right center field. This one's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall out in right center. Castaldo into second. He's going to hold there, and he's aboard with a leadoff double here to begin this ball game.
Really good start for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jordan Castaldo was able to battle up there at the plate and then drives that one to the right center field gap. No Major was anywhere close to being able to catch that ball in the air. And now they're going to check on Jordan Castaldo. I believe Damon Topley is going to wander over just to make sure that his first baseman is all right. He smoked that ball into the right center field gap, but I think he's still feeling it from that second pitch that Boone threw to him. He was able to fight at the plate and get on base. And the Leafs have a runner in scoring position now with nobody out for Justin Mara, the IBL's home run leader this season, as Castaldo's still getting set over at second base.
Still feeling it after that foul ball in on the hands. Looks like he's all right. He'll have some time to recoup out there at second base as Mara steps to the plate here for Toronto. And he swings and misses at the first pitch from Owen Boone. It's 0-1.
Boone knows how good his fastball is, and he's not hesitant to throw it right there. A guy like Mara can drive a pitch if he's ready for it, but he knows early on in this ball game he can get away with throwing a fastball right by guys.
Boone checks on the runner. Not a huge lead for Castaldo. Pitch to the plate. Called a strike on the outer edge And quickly Owen Boone up 0-2 again on the second straight batter to begin this ball game.
Good pitch, found the outside corner there, did Boone, and was able to get strike 2 on Justin Mara.
Boone here checks on the runner Castaldo once again, grabs his sign to the plate. This one blocked by Hayden Jaco. Tried to see if they could get him to chase on 0-2.
After more than 5 pitches to Jordan Castaldo, Boone's pitch count now up to 10.
Still looking to record that first out of the inning. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Mara is down on strikes, and there is that first out.
So crucial to get that first out, especially after giving up a leadoff double to a guy you nearly struck out. Boone knows that he's got good stuff, and he just came right back with it, wasn't afraid to pitch to Mara, and got the swing and a miss there for strike 3 and the first out of the inning.
And now the man that sent this series back to London, Sean Riley, will come to the plate here with a runner on and just one out here in the top of the first inning. A marathon game last night at Christie Pitts. 13 innings of baseball. And Sean Riley was able to send the Leafs to a Game 5. First pitch is upstairs to him, and it's going to be 1-0.
Sean Riley got every stitch of that baseball last night. It was a little bit in on him, and he was able to drive it to left center field and over the fence to end the game. There was a lot of energy at Christie Pitts once that moment occurred, and he obviously is the reason that this series is where it is now at LeMat Park on a Friday night.
Carroll holding Castaldo on. This one's going to be drilled into center field, a base hit. Coming on hard, they're going to hold the runner Castaldo at third with a strong throw on the money. So the single for Riley won't score a run, but there's going to be runners on the corners with just one out here in the inning.
Sean Riley still producing at the plate right there. Didn't hit that ball super hard back up the middle, but he got it over the infield, got it into center field. Wilkie came in on it quickly, and they saw the throw that he made to second base on the Castaldo double and elected to hold that runner over at third.
So now Boone is going to have to deal with runners on the corners here early on in this ball game. The Leafs offense has been somewhat silenced this series, Dylan, but they are good. Hasn't been any massive scoring games like we've seen throughout the course of the regular season. That's to be expected here in the finals. But you don't want to give them too many chances. Here's the first pitch, fouled straight back to the screen. He's going to get ahead at Takamatsu, 0-1.
The Majors are known this season for their pitching staff. They've got really good starters, really good bullpen this year, and that's why the Leafs have been held in check for the most part. They have scored more than 5 runs in, I believe, 3 of the games, possibly just 2. So they've had runs on the board in this series, but you're right, no double digits to this point for Toronto.
Pitch inside, and they're going to say it hit him. So that'll load the bases here with just one gone.
The breaking ball there from Owen Boone just got too far inside on Takamatsu and clipped him, allowing him to reach first base on the hit by pitch. So now 1 out and the base is loaded. John Salazzo has a really good opportunity to drive home a run. Salazzo in this series has been a big contributor for the Maple Leafs. A couple of home runs in the series. He's driven in a lot of runs as well. He's been a big reason that this series is where it is, tied 2-2. And he'll be looking to do some more damage here against Boone in this first inning.
So Salazzo at the dish here, bases loaded, and just one gone. That first pitch going to miss outside. A double for Castaldo to start the ball game, a strikeout for Boone. And then a hit by batter, and we have the bases loaded. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. It's 1-1.
Salazzo thought that one missed low from Owen Boone, but the home plate umpire thought otherwise, so he's in a 1-1 count.
Ready here for Boone. Taking his time on the mound. Now the delivery. Hit in the air, right center field. It's Reichstein chasing after it. He's got it. The throw home is going to be cut off as it was offline, and the sacrifice fly is going to score the first run of this ball game.
Yeah, John Salazzo got underneath that ball, and he's got great power, but wasn't able to hit that one over the fence. Byron Reichstein's got a really good arm, but he had a long way to run and couldn't really position himself in a way to get that throw on target. It was a little bit up the third baseline, so Adam Philman, the first baseman, cut it off. And if Byron makes a strong throw there, he might have a shot at getting Castaldo at the plate, but no dice, and the Maple Leafs score first.
So 2 outs now here in the inning for Marcus Connect. The sac fly scoring to open up this ball game. Boone ready. Pitch to Connect is going to miss upstairs. Connect had a big home run Tuesday night here at Labatt. He knew it off the bat as he hit it over the wall in left. Now he pops this one up on the infield. Philman and Jayco chasing it. It's Jayco, and he's got room. He's got it. So the leadoff double, a couple more hits, a sacrifice fly, and Owen Boone gets out of it just giving up the 1 run. But the Leafs strike first. It's 1-0.
Considering where the Maple Leafs got to in that first inning to start things out, they had the bases loaded and 1 out after getting a leadoff double from Jordan Castaldo. I think Owen Boone did a pretty good job of minimizing the damage. Obviously, you'd like to get out with maybe a double play ball so that you don't end up giving up a run, but with guys that have the power that the Leafs do, there aren't going to be too many double play balls. A lot of balls that are hit in the air by this Maple Leafs ball club, and we saw an example of that there with the John Salazzo sacrifice fly. The Majors now need to get back on the board. They don't have Chris McQueen in the lineup today due to the injury last night, so they're going to have to rely on Austin Wilkie, Carlos Artiega, and Humberto Ruiz to get on Marek Deska early. Deska this season for the Maple Leafs was by far one of their better arms. He was reliable in the rotation. He can pitch out of the bullpen if you need him to do that. He's got great off-speed stuff. He's not going to blow you away with his fastball. He's not Owen Boone, who's going to blow a fastball by any given pitch. He's going to rely heavily on the off-speed, on the movement that he gets from those pitches, and that can cause problems for a lot of hitters. If you see a slider that looks like it's in the strike zone, it just dives out. That's a pitch that Deska likes to throw. We'll see how the Majors adjust and how they fare against the Toronto righty here in this game.
A repeat of the starters we had in Game 2 at Christie Pitts, Deska and Boone, and now Deska stepping on the rubber here for the first time tonight, and he's got himself a 1-0 lead. And we'll see how he does holding that 1-0 lead against a Majors team that is hungry to get the offense going. They scored 5 runs last night in Toronto. But you know, Dylan, they would have loved to get more. Unfortunately, they ran into probably the toughest reliever in the Intercounty Baseball League, and he threw 7 innings out of the pen.
By far his longest outing in the Intercounty Baseball League in his IBL career. Dustin Richardson was dominant last night for the Maple Leafs. He was fantastic. He was the reason that the Majors weren't able to do anything and get on the board earlier and try to win that game. He was just so good, so consistent. He was blowing it by guys and having success last night.
So Austin Wilkie will step in to lead things off here. A new look at the top of the lineup here with the injury to McQueen. And he's tasked with getting aboard to start this ball game for the Majors. Deska ready on the mound here as he grabs his sign. First pitch, Wilkie pops it up foul, and it'll head into the seats out of play.
Deska with a pretty old-fashioned look in for the signs when he's out there on the mound. He leans way down. He's got his glove right in front of him, right around the belt, around the belly button area, and looks right in for those signs. And it's something we don't really see too much anymore.
0-1. That one inside almost hit Wilkie. Count even at 1-1. Now Wilkie off the end of the bat. Deska off the mound, underhands it, and in time to get him over at first base. And that will be the first out here of the inning.
That one was just cued off the end of the bat of Austin Wilkie. Good off-speed pitch there, and Marek Deska came off the mound, made the play, and just shoveled it over to first to get the first out of this bottom of the first inning. And now he's got to deal with Carlos Arteaga, the Majors' third baseman in the ball game. Carlos got off to a bit of a slow start this postseason, had 2 hits last night in Toronto to make him 4 for 26 in the playoffs. He's going to look to improve upon that here against Deska.
He's got to do so with 1 out here in the inning. The ground out scored 1-3 by Wilkie. He is the first out here of the inning. Is that one in there for a strike against Arteaga, 0-1. Arteaga gets into one. Left field, this one back, but just in front of the track. And reined in for the catch, and 2 gone.
Carlos Arteaga doesn't have tremendous power when he's up at the plate. His only career home run in the IBL came in the 2017 postseason. The fans here at Labatt Park thought he may have had another as that one was hit to the warning track, but Chandler McLaren put it away for the second out. Carlos came close, but didn't quite have enough on it.
You got to keep in mind with the cooler weather here in October, especially at night, that ball doesn't fly nearly as much as it would on a hot summer day. And maybe if Arteaga hits that one on a Sunday afternoon in July, it might be a different story, but just missed it as the first pitch to Humberto Ruiz is in there for a strike, 0-1.
Humberto Ruiz came back from injury for the semifinal series against the Brantford Red Sox. And in that series, he didn't set the world on fire at the plate, but in the finals, he's been one of the better bats for the Majors, and he's a big reason why they've got 2 wins in this series.
He appealed down to first. Ruiz doesn't go around, so the count's even at a ball and a strike now.
Ruiz was 2 for 9 in the first round, and ever since he's been 6 for, if my math is correct here, 14.
Off-speed Ruiz in there for a strike. 1-2 now here on the Majors' 3-hole hitter. As Deska grabs his sign, gets ready to go again. Here's the 1-2. Ruiz just throws a bat at it. This one is going to land fair. Into right field. Ruiz will hold at 1, and he is aboard with a 2-out single.
It's really interesting to watch Humberto Ruiz when he's at the plate. He doesn't strike out very much. He's just able to get the bat on good pitches. And that was a good pitch from Marek Deska that was up and out of the strike zone in the lefty's batter's box almost. But Ruiz just throws the bat at it, like you mentioned, Noah, and got it to drop in down the right field line, so he's got a 2-out base hit.
And that'll bring Byron Reichstein to the plate. He had quite the night on the road in Toronto, Dylan. Unfortunately, couldn't help the Majors get the victory, but he did his job.
He had 2 home runs in his first 2 at-bats.
First pitch by Deska, going to miss inside to Reichstein.
Deska, while he doesn't throw it hard, has really good movement on that 2-seam fastball, and you may have seen it there. Nearly caught the inside corner to Reichstein after it looked like it was going to be a for-sure ball, and it did wind up being out of the strike zone.
Reichstein fouls one back. Just missing on that pitch over the plate, 1-1. It is a chilly but calm night here at Labatt Park. Not a whole lot of wind, both up here in the press box and down at field level. Overall, a gorgeous night for baseball here as Deska grabs his sign on 1-1. The pitch to the plate, called a strike on Reichstein, and it's 1-2.
You may be able to see on your screen there that Dan Maher, the shortstop, is a little shaded towards second base. That's because Byron this season, while he has sprayed the ball all over the field for the most part, has pretty much always been a pull hitter. And so Garrett Takamatsu is way over towards first base.
1-2. Reichstein popped up. Sky high just behind the plate. This one is going to be caught. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. So the Majors get a hit, they get a man aboard, but he goes nowhere. And that'll do it for the first inning here from Labatt Park. It's the Maple Leafs leading 1-0 here in Game 5 of the IBL Finals. We'll be back after the break.
Is your business in need of some exposure during the London Majors games? Please ask one of our volunteers to put you in touch with Angela. Angela can help you for innovative ways to help your business hit a home run.
We're back here at Labatt Park, Game 5, a winner-take-all here of the IBL Finals. And we go to the top of the second inning with the Maple Leafs out in front 1-0. They grabbed 2 hits in the first, but it was the sacrifice fly that scored Castaldo to give them that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, John Salazzo came up with a fly ball into the outfield, which is all he needed to do to get that run home.
Boone ready here to start this second inning. First pitch will catch the zone for a strike, and he's ahead 0-1.
Boone's got to get the first out here against Dan Mara because he actually got ahead of Jordan Castaldo, but then allowed the double, which put him in a tough spot on the mound. If he can get that first out, that's huge.
Fouled off at the plate, and Boone able to get ahead 0-2. We got ahead 0-2 for the first 2 batters and the top of the first. So I'm unable to put down Castaldo, and he was the one who came around to score.
Yeah, Castaldo just battled at the plate, fouled off some tough pitches, and then drove a double to the right center field gap.
Boone ready here again on the 0-2. This one cued off the end of the bat, but fouled toward the Leafs dugout. Boone will get another shot on 0-2. Still fans making their way into the ballpark here. Top of the second inning. Here's Boone ready on the 0-2. To the plate, bounces it there. Jaco had to block it. And the count goes to 1-2.
Boone right there tried for the wipeout breaking ball to set down Dan Mara, but overthrew it just a little bit. Tried to get on top of it too much, and that wound up spiking the ball just in front of home plate.
Jaco sets up off the plate. The pitch, and just missing Owen Boone with the fastball.
Just missed the outside corner there, did Boone. Nearly had strike 3 on Mara.
Dan Mara here got a 2-2 count against the major starter Owen Boone. Pitch to the plate, gonna miss outside. 3-2 now.
With 2 strikes in this at-bat, Boone's been overthrowing a little bit. He's gonna have to lock in here and try to set down Mara on the full count. He was ahead 0-2, as we touched on a little bit earlier.
Count to full, and Boone ready. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Jaco didn't see it, but it's going to go up and out of play anyways. Right over top of the grandstand, and we'll have to redo the 3-2 pitch.
Interested to see what Boone and Jaco come with here on 3-2. Boone's got a good fastball, so I think that's what you got to expect if you're Mara, but he's not hesitant to throw the breaking ball if he feels he's got a good shot at getting a swing and a miss.
Looking for the first out of the inning. 3-2. Hit foul again. This one heading towards the seats and out of play. The Leafs so far in the ball game, you look at Castaldo and you look at Mara here to start the innings, have done a fantastic job at making Owen Boone work. Both of them falling behind 0-2, both of them working the count. Fans cheering on Boone. Here's the 3-2 delivery to the plate. Popped up again. Jaco might have a chance at this one. He's back towards the screen, and this one's going to hit the screen. Jaco awkwardly into the screen as well. And it looks like he's all right.
Yeah, that one just did get out of play, and Boone's been generating a lot of pop-ups in foul territory, but none of them have been in positions where they can be caught. A couple of those stay in the park, maybe some wind if that picks up and that stays in the ballpark. That could change this inning, and he wouldn't have thrown 9 pitches to Dan Mara to this point.
The 3-2 from Boone. This one hit on the ground, shortstop, and into left field past Candell. Another leadoff hit here for the Leafs in the top of the second.
Mara battled at the plate and earned that base hit against Owen Boone. There were a few balls that were fouled off. That one was scorched between the 5-6 hole between the third baseman and the shortstop. And Keith Candell dove over, tried to make a play on it, but was unable to do so. So Chandler McLaren steps up with a runner at first base. You know, in Owen Boone's mind, he's looking for this double play ball right here, trying to get 2 for the price of 1. But he's a big strikeout guy, so perhaps that's what he elects to pitch towards here in this at-bat with nobody out.
Swing and a miss there as he's able to get ahead. Not a big lead for Mara at first base. Philman holding him on. Boone grabs his sign from Jayco, the 0-1. That one's going to catch the corner, and it's a strike to make it 0-2 again.
Boone commanding the zone here against McLaren. Gets ahead 0-2 just like he did to the first two batters in the first inning. Going to look to put McLaren away here in this 0-2 count. You got to make quick work of him. Pitch count is a little bit elevated at 32 pitches through an inning.
Here's the 0-2 from Boone. Swing and a miss. And that is the first out of the inning.
Really good breaking ball there from Owen Boone. Chandler McLaren saw a fastball on the first pitch and swung through. It wasn't really close on that one, so Boone comes back with another one and finds the strike zone. McLaren, after taking that one on the outside corner, is thinking, okay, got to protect here. And after you take strike two, you're a little more inclined to swing at the next pitch. And right there, a beautiful breaking ball that dove out of the strike zone into the dirt, generates a swing and a miss from McLaren, and now Boone's got one out with a runner at first.
Pitch swung on and fouled off towards the Majors dugout. Boone's done a good job at getting ahead of the batters so far in the ballgame. Talk about the numerous 0-2 counts he's already been in. He gets ahead of Lewis here. Seems like when he's gotten to a strikeout situation, or when he's gotten to two strikes, he's really worked around the zone.
6 out of the 8 batters he's faced so far, Noah, have had first pitch strikes against them.
Here's the 0-1. This one in the dirt. Jayco able to pick it and keep the count at 1-1.
That is, of course, not including Connor Lewis, so that number has ticked up a little bit.
Still not a big lead at first, though not a huge threat to run. Pitch fouled off by Lewis, and Owen Boone another 1-2 count here.
Good breaking ball there from Boone. Got it in on the hands just below the belt there for Connor Lewis and was unable to do much with that, so just chopped it foul.
The Leafs in the regular season, Dylan, and throughout the playoffs, by far the least aggressive team on the base pass.
They don't steal bags, but they do hit dingers, Noah, so.
It's a 1-2 to Lewis. Pitch, this one swung on third base. Arteaga, throw to 2 in time. They're going to hold it there. So they'll get the force out as the slide might have interrupted things slightly, and there are 2 gone.
Yeah, right there. That ball wasn't hit too hard off the bat of Connor Lewis, and he's a guy that does have speed, so it was going to be a tough play, but they were able to get one out, and now Castaldo steps up with a runner at first base. You'd much rather have Castaldo step up with a runner at first than a runner at second, so smart of Arteaga to go to second base there and get the sure out. Unfortunately, Nick Carroll, the second baseman, realized he didn't have a throw back to first.
So back to the top of this Leafs order. Runner on first and 2 gone here in the inning. As the pitch by Boone is going to catch the zone for a strike. He gets ahead 0-1. Castaldo frozen at the dish there. Thought that one was outside.
Castaldo had a pretty good game against Owen Boone in the majors in Game 2 in Toronto, so that leadoff double shouldn't come as too big of a surprise. Boone going to look to shut him down here the rest of the way.
Boone to the plate again. Same location. Mara, same reaction. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Jordan Castaldo didn't like that pitch too much there at the plate. It caught the outside corner, and like you touched on there, Noah, same spot on the outside corner.
Fans into it here, trying to cheer on Owen Boone. Get him out of this top of the second inning. It's 0-2 on Castaldo. Pitch to the plate. Low, the runner's off, and he's going to be into second safely. Was off before that one was in the dirt, Dylan.
Yeah, Lewis gets to second base on that pitch in the dirt, and I think, Noah, if that was a fastball up and Castaldo doesn't bite and it misses, I think Jayco's got him beat by a long shot over at second base, but instead he slides in after the breaking ball bounced.
1-2 here on Castaldo. Pitch upstairs with the fastball, and it's 2-2. And I think that's a heads-up play by Lewis, knowing that on 0-2, Boone's probably either going to go outside the zone with some off-speed pitches or maybe even try to bury one.
Yeah, that's more than likely what he was going to do there to Castaldo after he got the first 2 off-speed pitches to catch the strike zone. So smart move by the Leafs, and Connor Lewis taking off there.
2-2. Swung on, fouled off by Castaldo.
He just battles when he's up there at the plate. Fell behind again in this count, 0-2, and made it 2-2. Still fouling pitches off. Boone's pitch count now up to 42 through an inning and 2/3.
Something he's going to have to correct if he wishes to stay in this ball game. Of course, for the Majors Game 5, you don't have anything to rest for. Put it all on the line tonight. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off again. He just throws the bat at it to stay alive.
That was a good pitch inside to Jordan Castaldo, and he just fought it off. Had a bit of an inside-out swing and sent it to the screen behind home plate.
Castaldo got behind 0-2, worked it back to a 2-2 count, and he just keeps on battling at the plate. Boone trying to put him away as he checks on the runner at second, Lewis. Here's the pitch. This one hit into center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Lewis will get the wave. He'll score easily, and Castaldo has given the Leafs a 2-0 lead.
Jordan Castaldo, such a good hitter up at the plate for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Fell behind 0-2 for the second straight at-bat and just battled there against Owen Boone. Was able to fight off some good off-speed pitches, took some pitches out of the strike zone, and then gets a pitch he liked and sent it into center field to score a run.
Boone wants a new ball out there on the mound. Castaldo with a 2-out single to give the Leafs a 2-0 lead here. His second hit of the ball game. And now Mara to the plate here. Starts him off with an off-speed pitch on the outer edge for a strike, 0-1.
Same pitch he started Castaldo with the first 2 offerings to him, and throws that to Mara, gets a called strike in the outside corner.
0-1. He is going to miss outside. Got Mara to strike out back in the first, just last inning. Let's see if he can do it again here. 1-1. Swing and a miss again.
Boone seems to have a lot of confidence in that off-speed pitch. He's been throwing it for called strikes, throws it when it needs a swing and a miss, and right there gets a chase from Justin Mara, so he's ahead 1-2. Now going to look to finish him off. He wasn't able to finish off Castaldo, but did strike out Mara in his first at-bat in the first inning. We'll see how he fares here.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Mara on strikes to end the inning, and Boone gives up another run, but he'll escape the jam and bring the Majors to the bats in the bottom of the second, trailing 2-0.
Less than ideal there for Owen Boone. The pitch count is a little bit elevated. He started the inning, though, with a hard base hit through the left side that got into left field after Dan Mara battled. These Leafs are doing a really good job at the plate. And when they get behind in the count, when they have a couple of strikes on them, they are able to fight. They foul off a lot of tough pitches. They take pitches that are just outside the strike zone, and they take the obvious ones that the Majors are trying to generate chases with. They've been doing a really good job at the plate, making sure that Boone doesn't get any easy outs, and that's why they're up 2-0. The Majors, though, they can score them in bunches, so they'll be looking to at least get a start on that here in the bottom of the second.
It'll be Brownlee, Jayco, and Philman here to start the bottom of the second inning for the Majors. Just one hit so far for London. That was the Ruiz single back in the first inning. Say back in the first inning here as we go to the bottom of the second. Still lots of time in this ball game. Both for Owen Boone to settle in a little bit on the mound and for these Majors bats to get their chance.
Majors have hit Marek Deska in the past, so they'll be looking to do that here. They beat him 5-0 near the end of the season here at Labatt Park, and they're going to look to score some runs here.
A big crowd here at Labatt Park, as we've mentioned a few times already in the broadcast. And appears some people waiting in line to get into this thing as the game began and as we worked through the first inning.
Yeah, there was quite the line. I heard that it was going out to the bridge on Riverside Drive because people are so eager to get in. It looks like most people have settled in by this point, and it's pretty packed. I think the left field grandstand is the busiest we've seen it this season. There are a lot of people here watching and hoping that the Majors, their hometown Majors, will be able to take home their first championship since 1975.
So Deska ready on the mound, and it'll be Cleveland Brownlee to greet him here in the bottom of the second. And you hear the greeting Cleveland gets here at Labatt Park in front of the hometown fans. They love him here in London.
Everybody knows Cleveland. Everybody loves Cleveland. He's very involved in the community. He spoke to the crowd before the game to get them excited.
First pitch missing to Brownlee, 1-0. And yeah, he actually took a microphone, one of the wireless ones here that the announcing crew uses, and took it down to the field. Told the fans to welcome the team out for the infield with a thunderous applause.
Yeah, they got quite the ovation there. Those Majors players did as they came out to just take their infield.
Brownlee taking his time to settle in that right-hand batter's box. Now the 1-1 from Deska. Called a strike on the inside edge. Brownlee thought it was a bit too in, and it's 1-2.
Deska started Cleveland Brownlee off with a breaking ball that missed high and then came right back with the same pitch, but this one a little bit lower, got the swing and a miss. Right there finds the inside corner.
Hit on the ground, left side, picked up Salazzo, throw to one in time to get Brownlee for the first out here, the second.
Good play there by John Salazzo, ranging to his left and making the play, firing it over to Jordan Castaldo for the first out of this bottom of the second inning to retire Cleveland Brownlee. I thought for a moment it might get through the left side, but Salazzo was able to come up with a stop.
And that'll bring Hayden Jaco to the plate. Jaco back Tuesday night here at Labatt Park in game number 3 of the series. Hit one to left center field that many, including the umpiring crew, thought was out of here.
Yeah, it did look like it bounced at first glance from up here, but the umpires thought it was a home run.
Jaco rips one left field. It'll drop for a base hit. And the Majors catcher is aboard with a 1-out single.
Hayden Jaco has been so good for the London Majors this season. He had .379 during the regular season, and so far in the playoffs, he's 6 for 22. He's got a double. He's got a home run. He's been very good. He scored 5 runs because he gets on base and he starts rallies. Adam Philman digs into the plate now, and he's got a runner over at first base. Philman at times does struggle with the off-speed, so maybe we see Roop Chanadat and the Majors employ a sacrifice bunt here. Keith Candell on deck. Perhaps maybe has a better chance of hitting Deska. We'll see what they elect to do.
Hit on the ground, shortstop, throw to 2, in time, back to 1, and they got him. An inning-ending double play to erase the single by Jaco. A great job by Deska to get out of the second inning. He keeps his Leafs up 2-0 here as we go to the third at Labatt Park. You're watching Game 5 of the IBL Finals here on Majors TV.
A place where family means everything. To donate and support families from your community, visit your local club to buy a Happy Meal and round up your order, or visit rmhc-swo.ca. Have you been thinking about a new career, maybe taking a course, starting a new program? There's still time to get started this September. Visit benchofc.ca to see full-time, part-time, and online options to start this fall. New up in the top of the third for visiting Toronto. Riley, Takamatsu, Toronto.
Owen Boone ready out there on the mound. We welcome you back here to Labatt Park on a chilly October evening. Game 5 of the IBL Finals. And it's the Maple Leafs out in front to a 2-0 lead through 2 innings. They have 4 hits so far in the ball game, and Sean Riley will lead off things here on the top of the 3rd.
Riley actually plated one of the runs, if I'm not mistaken, Noah. Perhaps it may have been someone else in that first inning, but he was a big reason why they got on the board when they did, and he's going to look to start a rally here, not in a position to cash anybody or move anybody over, but he could start something for the Maple Leafs.
Owen Boone's going to see if he can get through a clean 3rd inning here. He's going to start with the heart of the order, as he gets ahead to Sean Riley here, 0-1.
Good pitch right there at the knees. You never want to leave anything up to Sean Riley because he can do damage, as we saw in Game 4 last night at Christie Pitts, and he nearly hit a home run in Game 3, if not for Humberto Ruiz making a play in left field. You got to keep it down against Riley.
1-1 here against the Leafs slugger, Sean Riley. Got a base hit back in the 1st inning. Part of the inning that scored a run here is now he crushes one to left field. Down the line, it stays fair. It's going to roll to the wall. Riley's going to round first, head to second. The throw is offline, and he's going to be in standing with a lead-off double.
Riley laced that double down the left field line. Humberto Ruiz chased it down, and we've seen Humberto come up with some strong throws so far this season. Right there, just a little bit offline. Carroll had to chase it down close to the pitcher's mound. So now Garrett Takamatsu, who's another great hitter for these Maple Leafs, has a chance to cash in a run with a runner in scoring position at second base and nobody out.
A big spot for the Leafs here in the 3rd to add on to this lead they have going early. Boone ready, throws one in, it's going to be fouled off. Takamatsu hits that one out of play. Boone ready on the 0-1 here as he checks back on Riley. Now he comes to the plate. This one hit hard. It's going to be into left field, a base hit. Riley up 90 feet to 3rd, and the Leafs in business here. Runners on the corners, nobody out.
Another great piece of hitting there by the Leafs. Garrett Takamatsu hit that one hard between the third baseman Carlos Artiega and the shortstop Keith Candell. So runners at the corners now with nobody out for John Salazzo, the number 5 hitter and third baseman for the Maple Leafs. Doesn't have an official at-bat in the ballgame. Had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning that scored the first, or pardon me, in the 1st inning that scored the first Maple Leaf run.
Boone looking to try and get out of a jam here. Swing and a miss. And he's going to get ahead 0-1.
Majors infield is not in. It doesn't look like. Carlos Artiega playing behind the base over at 3rd, so they're still willing to concede a run, although they are behind 2 in the top of the 3rd inning.
Boone to the plate. This one just missing low. And you'll hear from the crowd there, they thought that one might have caught the bottom of the strike zone.
It looked like it may have been below the knees to John Salazzo. It was more than likely a ball there on the off speed from Boone.
This one hit on the ground. Going to be a tough play. Carroll at second is going to just take one out at first, and they don't get him. A bang play, and I thought Philman had him for sure, and I'm not sure if he missed the bag or what.
I think Philman was backpedaling towards first base and may have just missed the bag or stepped a little bit late. I think when he reached for it, he couldn't find it, and then once he stepped down, John Salazzo had already passed him. Obviously, we can't give you any replays, but we're going to look at it up here just to see. It was very close. It was bang, and Salazzo is aboard now with still nobody out in the inning.
And a run coming in on the play to make it a 3-0 Leafs lead. Pitch to the plate, missing low, and it's 1-0 here. That play at first, if there was any energy this crowd was trying to build up, that took it right out. That one there for a strike from Boone, 1-1.
You know, as frustrating as it may be for this Majors crowd, I do think that was the right call. Philman was struggling a little bit to find the base there, and it looked like he probably did, Salazzo probably did reach.
Runners at first and second, nobody out here, swing and a miss. Boone throws it by Connect, and he's up in the count 1-2.
Boone's pitch count now at 59 pitches through 2 innings. We've been told by Majors coaching staff that nobody's off the table out of the bullpen.
Boone ready here on 1-2. Pitch to the plate, just off the plate. Leafs already 7 hits in the ball game. Nobody out here in this top of the third. 1 run already across, 2 on. Here's the pitch from Boone. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Connect, and there is that first out of the inning.
Huge first out there for Owen Boone in a tough spot. First and second, nobody out, needed to get an out of any kind there, and he got one with the strikeout, which was best case scenario. Now with Dan Mara coming up to the plate, if he hits a ball on the ground, the Majors could get out of it if they are able to turn 2.
Looking for that double play ball is Owen Boone. Pitch to the plate, squaring around, but pulling back as that one's going to miss.
Not a bad idea to square around with 2 guys on and 1 out if you're the Maple Leafs. Mara, though, just trying to see what the defense would do. We'll see if he tries it again here on 1-0.
Boone checks back at second. Now the pitch to Mara. This one just missing the corner. 2 balls and no strikes here.
Interesting to note that Mara did not square around on that pitch. I think now that he's in a hitter's count, 2-0, I don't think we see him square around for the rest of the at-bat.
The 2-0 from Boone. This one popped up on the infield. That's going to be an infield fly, and it'll be the second out of the inning.
Good job by Boone inducing the pop fly. And if you'll recall earlier in the ball game, he was getting a lot of pop-ups, but they were all foul and out of reach, out of play for these Majors defenders. So Chandler McLaren will dig into the batter's box. McLaren 0 for 1 on the day. With 2 out here, he's going to need a base hit to cash a run more than likely. He struck out swinging his first time up.
Boone would love another one of those here to get the Majors back onto the bats in the bottom of the third. This one hit right field. Reistein chasing it down towards the line, onto the track, and he runs it down. No, it dropped. Dropped on the wall, on the warning track, and it's a long foul ball.
Majors fans thought he was able to make the play. I thought he was able to make the play, just looking out from our window up here in the press box. Nearly had that, but just out of reach.
Looked like he was able to run it down. But as soon as he got to that warning track, got close to the wall, ran into some trouble. It's an 0-1 count here for Boone. Pitch fouled straight back to the screen, so he's going to get ahead 0-2.
I think we see an off-speed pitch here. Noah to Chandler McLaren. Try to put him away with something low and outside, perhaps even in the dirt. See if he'll chase. If not, you come upstairs with a fastball.
Boone ready here on 0-2 against McLaren. Checks on the runner at second. Comes to the plate. This one fouled off. Into the screen out front of the Leafs dugout.
Didn't look like it was an off-speed there. It looked like he might have come with a fastball inside to McLaren. He was able to get a piece and foul it towards the Leaf dugout. So now 0-2. Maybe Boone mixes things up. Maybe he just keeps climbing the ladder with the fastball.
Boone ready here. Grabs his sign from Jaco. The 0-2 to the plate. Low, blocked. There was the off-speed pitch. Tried it, but he buried it.
Yeah, threw it a little too low, and that one was an easy take for Chandler McLaren. So now it's a 1-2 count, still favoring the pitcher, but a little more favorable, I suppose, to the hitter than 0-2 is.
Here's the 1-2 from Boone, just off the plate. And 3,300 here at Labatt thought that one was strike 3.
It looked very, very close to that outside corner, but Majors and Boone didn't get the call, much to the dismay of this crowd. So 2-2 count now, pardon me, with 2 out.
Trying to cheer him on. Here's the 2-2, low and in the dirt again. Seems to be missing when he tries to go low, Dylan. I don't know if he's overthrowing it or just having trouble locating some of those pitches, but he's thrown a number of balls in the dirt throughout the course of this first 2 2/3.
Could be that with the power the Leafs have, he's nervous about leaving an off-speed pitch up.
3-2, fouled off at the plate. The Leafs' bat's dangerous, of course. We've seen it throughout the course of this ball game. They already have 7 hits. But you can't afford to be walking anyone either. It's got a full count here. Trying to set down McLaren to end the inning. Here's the 3-2. Hit on the ground, shortstop Candell. Candell's going to come across the diamond in time to get him at first. And that'll do it for the top of the third. But the Leafs pick up another run. 3 runs in 3 innings so far tonight, and they have a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third.
Yeah, these Leafs just keep chipping away and adding a run per inning to this point. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 here in the third. The Majors going to look to get back into this game. The Majors were up 4-0 yesterday, and the Leafs were able to claw their way back. So London going to try to flip the script and make a comeback of their own. They're down here early. It'll be, to start off the inning, the number 8 hitter, Keith Candell, followed by the second baseman, Nick Carroll, and then the top of the order. So not a bad spot to be if you're in the Majors lineup, a guy who can act as a leadoff man, and Keith Candell. You never really know what you're going to get from Nick Carroll at the plate because he is not a natural second baseman, but he can swing it when he's up there. So Majors are going to look to start something here, at least get one back. If they're able to do that, that would be huge.
They need to get Desko working a bit out there. This Leafs bullpen, we don't quite know what it's going to look like tonight. Their number 1 guy of the pen, Dylan, normally you would think is unavailable tonight. Threw 7 innings in relief last night, but this is a winner-take-all Game 5. And I would imagine as long as he's feeling all right, they'll have no problem throwing him again tonight.
Yeah, I think that won't be an issue for Damon Toppoli. If Dustin Richardson tells him that he's good, he's ready, he wants to pitch, then he will pitch, despite the fact that he just threw his longest outing in the IBL, and probably the longest for a while because he has been a reliever for a long time.
First, the Majors are going to have to get some hits off Marek Deska, the starter for the Leafs tonight, who's through 2 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits, and his team's staked him to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Majors have a hit in each inning, but they're going to need to be stringing some of those together if they want to get on the board here against a tough arm in Deska.
It'll be Candell to lead things off here for the Majors in the bottom of the third. Candell hasn't hit as well so far in the postseason as he would like to. But this would be a good place for him to start here. Game 5, his team trailing. Start a little bit of a rally. First pitch by Deska there for a strike. He gets ahead 0-1.
Good pitch there from Marek Deska, finding the outside corner on Keith Candell. In his career against Deska, Candell, I think, has pretty good numbers.
Candell hits one high in the air left field, tracking towards the warning track, and it'll find its way out of play, foul. Candell gave that one a ride to left, but well into foul territory.
Fans got excited, though. It was hit high in the air and was pretty deep, but it was well foul.
So Deska up in the count 0-2. Pitch missing upstairs to Candell. A run in each of the innings so far tonight for Toronto offensively, and Deska looking to try and keep it at zeros for the Majors as he works here in the bottom of the third.
Deska had 23 pitches through 2 innings, plus the at-bat to Keith Candell. Owen Boone through 3 innings is at 72.
Pitch outside to Candell. Thought they might have got the call. Missed, and it's 3-2.
This postseason, Keith Candell has 2 walks. It's one of the higher totals for the Majors, a team that doesn't walk very much. They usually string together some hits, so he's pretty patient at the plate.
Candell fights that one off foul territory to stay alive here in the count 3-2.
And when you think of it, because there haven't been as many base hits, as many at-bats in this postseason for the Majors because of how short it has been, the best of 3 in round 1. They didn't get to play in the first official round of the playoffs. It was just the semifinals. And Candell has had 2 walks, which is pretty good for that short amount of time.
He strikes out swinging there on a pitch out of the zone. And Deska's got his first out of the third here, 1 gone on the strikeout.
Good pitch from Marek Deska. Climbed the ladder on Keith Candell, went up and in, got him to chase the fastball above the strike zone, tempted him just enough to get the swing and a miss. So Nick Carroll will come in to face Deska. Carroll has yet to face him in his IBL career. Going to look to get a hit here for the Majors.
Carroll brought over to the team to primarily pitch, but also plays a little bit of anywhere he's needed, as he'll say. He's in the lineup tonight playing second base as he takes that first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Now he swings through a fastball. Count even at 1s.
Carroll played a little bit of third earlier on in the year and playing second here tonight. Played second base last night in Toronto. He can play all over the diamond.
1-1. Carroll popped it up. Right side, down the line, long run into the Leafs bullpen. It's going to bounce on the dirt and out of play. Everyone taking their time to get back to their positions. Carroll will grab his bat and get ready for the 1-2 from Deska. And if you got the scouting report from the rest of the team, he's going to be watching for the off-speed here on 1-2. Here's Deska to the plate. Carroll popped up on the infield. Sky high. First base over, and this one will be caught for the second out of the inning.
Easy pop-up to grab there for Jordan Castaldo. Nick Carroll with that at-bat is now 2 for 13 this season at the plate. Was 2 for 10 in the regular season, now 0 for 3 in the playoffs when he's swinging the bat. So Austin Wilkie going to look to start a 2-out rally here for the Majors. 0 for 1 in the ball game to this point. He grounded out to the pitcher last time.
So Wilkie now with 2 gone in the inning. Right back up the middle base hit. That's why they put him up there at the top in replacement of Chris McQueen. He's on with 2 outs.
Yeah, Wilkie did a good job of staying with that off-speed pitch and lacing it back up the middle, and that's maybe something the Majors are going to look to build off of. Perhaps they've got a little bit of knowledge now on how Deska's working tonight, what pitches he's got a feel for, what pitches he doesn't. If the Majors are able to pick up on that, there's a good chance they can get back in this ball game. 2 outs, obviously not an ideal spot to start that, but as the game progresses, we'll see if they're able to get bigger and bigger hits off of Marek Deska.
First pitch going to miss outside to Carlos Arteaga. See if the Majors here at the top of the order can put something together with 2 outs. Or at least make Deska work a little bit more than he has throughout the course of this ball game so far. That one misses low, 2-0.
Yeah, Deska only at 33 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. A very, very good spot to be if you're the Maple Leafs righty. You know, a Major League average is right around 15 pitches per inning. He's well below that right now.
2-0. Called a strike on Arteaga.
Carlos is going to take until he gets a strike in most cases. He's not a guy who's very aggressive on the first pitch unless he's going to bunt. So right there, took a pitch and got a strike. He'll be more aggressive and be more willing to swing as the at-bat progresses.
That one in the same location to Arteaga as he takes it and moves the count to 2-2.
With that movement on that two-seam fastball from Marek Deska, Arteaga thinks maybe it's going to miss outside, but it catches the outside corner.
Pitch to Arteaga, that one just off the plate. It's a close take on 2-2, but he's got it to a 3-2 count now. And with that, we'll likely see Wilkie on the move here.
That one just did miss the outside corner. Looked like it was an inch and a half or so off the plate, so good call from the home plate umpire. The Maple Leafs thought it was strike 3. Carlos going to have to battle.
This one hit left field. It's going to be a base hit. Wilkie's going to round second and go to third. It's going to be a close play, but he is in there without a throw. An Arteaga single has the Majors in business, but with 2 outs in the inning.
That's why you send the runner on a full count with 2 outs, because if it's a base hit, you can move him up a couple bases, despite the fact that that was hit to left field and Chandler McLaren came up ready to throw. Austin Wilkie was almost at third base by that point with the speed that he's got and the fact that he was off on the pitch. So now the Majors have runners at the corners. If they can get a run on the board, that gets the crowd really into it here and perhaps swings the momentum the other way. Humberto Ruiz 1 for 1 on the day for the Majors.
Laced a single to right field in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Runners on the corners as he takes that one for a strike, 0-1.
Ruiz and a lot of this crowd thought that one missed up, but the home plate umpire thought otherwise.
Arteaga calling time now. Something you don't see very often as the runner at first base, Carlos Arteaga, was calling for time.
May have had something in his eye or something over at first base walking around there. Now talking to Deska. I think both guys are trying to make sure that they're all good and ready to go.
Count is 0-1 here on Humberto Ruiz. Runners on the corners, 2 gone in the inning. Pitch as Ruiz fouls that one off. It'll get out of play, but the count for Deska will move to 0-2.
A lot of options here for Marek Deska. You know Humberto Ruiz is going to be a tough guy to strike out. He's going to look to put this ball in play. When you put the ball in play, things can happen, and if he can get a base hit here, Majors can get on the board.
Fans here looking for something to cheer about. 0-2 counts on Humberto Ruiz. Pitch off the plate. And it's 1-2.
That's a pretty good pitch from Marek Deska on a 2-strike count. He knows that Humberto Ruiz is aggressive because he's trying to protect. Wanted to see if he could get a chase well up and away, and perhaps maybe if he didn't chase her, the runner would be going and Mara would have a pretty easy throw to second base. No dice on either of those opportunities, so it's 1-2.
To the plate, he throws the bat at it again. This one foul down the right side. Awfully similar looking swing to the one he singled to right field back in the first inning, but that one 30 feet to the right and foul.
Deska and Justin Mara talking over the next pitch, trying to see what they can come with here to try and retire Ruiz, a tough guy to strike out at the plate. He's faced 4 pitches in this at-bat, has fouled off a couple of them. Got a called strike on the first one, and then a foul ball, or pardon me, a ball as well mixed in there.
Count at 1-2 still here as Deska comes to the plate. Ruiz to right field, base hit. It's into right. Run in to score Wilkie. Arteaga to second. And it's a 3-1 ball game. And this crowd is erupted. Something to cheer about finally.
This has been the story of the season for Humberto Ruiz. When the Majors need him, he comes up clutch. He does it again here, lacing one over the head of Garrett Takamatsu, the second baseman. He leapt up, nearly made the grab, but got into right field. So it's first and second now for Byron Reichstein, who is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's got a runner in scoring position with 2 away.
And now a big spot for Byron as well. Majors with their best opportunity so far in the ball game. First pitch to Reichstein there for a strike as it catches the inside corner. It's 0-1.
Bit of a delayed call there from the home plate umpire. Reichstein didn't like it, but now he's behind in the count 0-1 and is going to have to battle here.
Ruiz at first, Artiega at second. 2 gone in the inning as that one just inside to Reichstein.
Very similar pitches there on the 0-1 count and the 0-0 count. That one was another two-seam fastball inside on Reichstein, but could not clip the inside with that one.
Deska ready as he grabs his sign, setting out off the plate, and they get the swing and a miss from Reichstein. And the count moves to 1-2 now.
Really good off speed there from Deska, just dove away from the lefty Reichstein at the plate and was able to get a swing and a miss. So 1-2 count. Byron going to have to battle here, try to fight off some tough pitches because you know they're going to be coming, and if Deska makes a mistake, you've got to take full advantage of it.
1-2. Well off the plate on the outside. 2-2 here now to the Majors right fielder Reichstein. Cleveland Brownlee stands on deck. 2 out in the inning here. 1 run already across for London. The 2-2 again. Inside to Reichstein. The count will move to full.
Some good takes there from Byron Reichstein against Marek Deska. He'll walk around the mound now trying to figure out what he wants to come with the next pitch. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move. Crowd is into it.
Fans trying to cheer on Reichstein here on a 3-2. Deska to the plate. Reichstein gets into one to right field. This one is going to carry on out of here! Byron Reichstein, the 3-run shot. And it is a 4-3 ball game.
If Deska made a mistake, you had to take advantage. Byron Reichstein took advantage. Got a pitch up in the strike zone, did not miss it. Absolutely drove it to right field. The crowd went wild. The Majors lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the third.
And have you ever heard this place so loud? A Byron Reichstein 3-run shot has the Majors out in front 4-3. And now Cleveland Brownlee to the plate. Swings at the first pitch off speed. And it's 0-1.
Boy, talk about that moment. Full count, 2 outs. Byron at the plate, knows it's a huge pitch coming up and belts it to right field.
0-1 to Brownlee upstairs, and they're going to say it hit him, and he's going to go down to first base.
So Cleveland gets hit by a pitch up and in there from Marek Deska, so he's going to reach. Justin Marr going to talk to the home plate umpire, saying maybe Cleveland went around, maybe it got a piece of the bat. And now we'll get a mound visit from Jordan Castaldo to come talk to his pitcher, trying to settle him down here. Damon Topley going to come out as well. Majors have gotten on Deska in the bottom of the third.
And oh, how quickly things can change. The Majors fans in the full house tonight at Labatt Park didn't have a whole lot to cheer for. Still early in this ball game, they come in the bottom of the third inning. And it all starts with a 2-out single by Austin Wilkie.
Wow, that is crazy to think about. Austin Wilkie came up with 2 out. And I mentioned it when he came up to the plate. It's possible that second time through the order, the Majors were going to start to see or start to know what to expect a little bit from Marek Deska. They would know whether that fastball is on tonight, whether he's coming with the 2-seam, if he feels he's got a good grip on it, a good read on it in this ball game. And that's exactly what the Majors have done. They've jumped on him in this bottom of the third inning as soon as it went back to the top of the order after a Nick Carroll pop out. Wilkie with a line drive single. Carlos Artiega dropped a ball in there that Wilkie was able to move up to third on, and then it's gone from there.
This one hit into left. Tough play running in on it, and it's going to be caught. So that'll end the inning, but the Majors put up 4 runs, the biggest one coming on the 3-run shot from Byron Reichstein. And the table's turning here at Labatt Park. It's a 4-3 Majors lead as we head to the fourth. We'll take a break here. You're watching Game 5 of the IBL Finals on MajorsTV.
This game will once get pretty good, sure to say some words. Also checking the other top scoreboard, something else to make it here. The Toronto Blue Jays lead the Baltimore Orioles 2-0, bottom of the sixth. Top of the sixth in Washington, no score between Boston and Washington. And the Tampa Bay Rays are leading the New York Yankees 2-1, top of the sixth.
Top of the fourth inning here at Labatt Park. And it is a 4-3 London Majors lead after one of the loudest bottom of the thirds you've probably ever heard at this park.
That was that was pretty crazy, Noah. The crowd got so excited. The moment that ball left Byron's bat, there was no doubt that thing was leaving the ballpark.
So Owen Boone back out to the mound here for the fourth. The only difference here, now he's got a one-run lead. Is that first pitch going to miss upstairs to Lewis? It's 9-1-2 here for the Leafs to start the top of the fourth.
We'll see if Boone settles in a little bit now that he's got a lead out there on the mound. You know the adrenaline is pumping for all the majors.
Pitch there for a strike for Boone. It's now 1-1. We'll see if Boone can settle a bit more here. Have his first clean inning of the ball game. That one outside 2-1.
Now, Leafs have scored a run in every inning of this ball game to this point. Boone going to look for the first one to finish scoreless here in this fourth.
Ready here, Boone. This one hit right field. Reichstein going to have to come in on it. It's going to be a tough play. And Carroll jumping over Boone to make the catch.
Great grab by Nick Carroll out in right field, leaping over Byron Reichstein, reaching out, trying to make the grab, and Byron slid in. You got to, on those plays, it's so crucial to communicate. You got to know who's going up, who's going down. And I think that, obviously we can't tell because the crowd is so loud here tonight, but I think that Carroll and Reichstein were able to communicate on that play. That's why nobody got hurt. Those can be so tough because if both guys are coming in running, that can be a difficult play to make and that'll lead to a collision. But usually the guy coming from the outfield will slide. That's what Byron did. He knew what he needed to do. And good on Nick Carroll, the second baseman, naturally a pitcher, making that play.
Had to come out and range way into the outfield to make that grab. And he did so for the first out of the inning. Boone loves it. 1-0 here now to Jordan Castaldo. And he swings and misses that pitch.
Castaldo in the ball game, 2 for 2 for the Toronto Maple Leafs as a double and a single. So he's going to look to continue a very good day. Both of those balls, by the way, hit very hard off the bat. And in both counts, he got behind 0-2, 1-1 right now.
Here's the 1-1 from Owen Boone. Castaldo fouls that one off. And it gets to 1-2. And Dylan, what do you go to here, getting up 1-2 on Castaldo, who you've had trouble tonight putting away on 1-2, 0-2, 2-2, whatever the count is, he seems to battle. And I know he's not an easy guy to strike out, but how does Owen Boone and Hayden Jaco solve this?
I think you got to come with an off-speed pitch and then throw it back to back. If you don't get a swing and a miss, you don't get a chase, you don't get a called strike, you come right back with it because he's gone to the off-speed against Castaldo before, but he's never doubled up on it.
Here's the 1-2 from Boone to the plate, missing low on that one. Didn't get Castaldo to chase.
I think you come right back with it, Noah. Try again, and if you have to walk Jordan Castaldo, you walk Jordan Castaldo. You sure don't want to face Justin Morrow with a runner on base, but with the way Castaldo's been swinging the bat in this ball game, you may just have to take it.
2-2. He's going to get on anyways. A base hit to right field as it drops down in front of Reichstein, and Castaldo continues to stay hot here as he's on for the third time in the ball game.
Yeah, right there. Not exactly hit hard off the bat of Jordan Castaldo, just kind of blooped down the right field line, but he gets on base nonetheless. So runner at first base now for Justin Mara, who is 0 for 2 to this point with 2 strikeouts. Boone going to look for either a punch out or a ground ball here that he can hopefully get 2 on. An out any way he can get it here would be huge.
So Boone now working with a runner on here, 1 out in the inning. First pitch is going to miss to Justin Mara. Castaldo at first doesn't take a big lead. Not an overly big threat to run. As that one's fouled back by Mara. We talk about how the Leafs aren't an aggressive team on the base pass, and why would you with the way they swing the bat? Risk putting yourself off the bases.
Yeah, no, you can't risk running into any outs if you're out there on the base paths for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's why they don't run very much, because they know how much power and RBI ability they've got in their lineup.
And just like that, Mara slices one the other way. This one's going to bounce and roll all the way to the wall in left. And Castaldo will move up to third. Mara in with a double. And the Leafs in business here with 1 gone in the top of the 4th inning. It'll bring Sean Riley to the plate, and you got to wonder if they bother pitching to him.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Majors elect to do. It doesn't get much easier right after him. Garrett Takamatsu is on deck for the Maple Leafs. Riley in the ball game 2 for 2 against these Majors and Owen Boone, one of which was an RBI hit, and so Riley going to look to continue his good day here tonight. It looks like Eduardo Perez rushing towards the Majors bullpen to potentially get ready, and Brent Wales is going to come talk to his pitcher to try and game plan and get him to settle in, because he hasn't really been the Owen Boone that we saw all year long for the Majors in this ball game. Obviously, it's very tough to do that against a Maple Leafs lineup like the one that they've got here. So I think that Brent Wales is just trying to tell him, hey, lock in right now. This is how you should attack Sean Riley. You've got a base open. If you have to walk him, then you've got to do what you got to do.
And Brent Wales going out there to chat with Owen Boone, as you mentioned. Roop Chanardad in a hurry to get some arms going in the pen. Normally you might see Roop stick around with his guy on the mound, but he knows what's at stake in this ball game. There isn't another one after this, and you got to make sure this game stays close, and ideally the Majors stay in the lead.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's a close ball game, and you've got a shot if you do fall behind that you can come back into this game, and you got to that means that you got to keep it within 1-2 runs. So if Boone runs into some trouble here, even more trouble, then Perez will not hesitate, and Roop Chanardad won't hesitate in bringing him in. So we'll see what happens here.
First pitch to Riley there for a strike. He thought that was low, and I don't blame him. Looked low in the zone. It's a strike for Boone, 0-1.
Good job by Hayden Jaco receiving that pitch and getting it to the knees of Sean Riley to convince the home plate umpire to call that one a strike. You may see on your screen there, second baseman Nick Carroll shaded well up the middle with the pull hitter Riley at the plate.
0-1, Riley on the ground. Shortstop Candell, he's going to come home with it. The throw right on the money, and they got him. What a heads-up play by Keith Candell to cut down the runner at the plate, and Castaldo having a conversation at the plate there, although I'm not sure what about.
I think Jordan Castaldo is trying to say that Hayden Jaco didn't give him a lane to slide in, and Damon Topley is going to come talk to the home plate umpire about it as well. As Castaldo was coming in, Jaco got in front to try and catch that throw and apply the tag in a quick fashion. But that play from Keith Candell over at shortstop was a really heads-up and smart play. He knew the runner that he had over at third base. He knew it wasn't one of the faster guys on this Maple Leafs ball club. He knew it was Jordan Castaldo running, who is not a slow runner by any means, but does not have blazing speed coming down that line. So he found out that he had the time to come home with the ball, and that's exactly what he did. Hayden Jayco was ready and was able to put the tag on. Jayco talking to Justin Mara, it looks like right now, as Damon Toppoli just now walking back towards third base. So not only does Boone have 2 out, which he most likely would have had on that play anyway if Candell threw it over to first, but a run doesn't score, and the Majors still lead. We'll see what Boone's able to do here against Garrett Takamatsu.
First pitch to Takamatsu, swung on and missed for a strike. It's 0-1 here. I don't think the Leafs and Toppoli, Castaldo were going to have much of an argument, and even if they did, it wasn't going to change the mind of the home plate umpire. 2 out in the inning, and now the 0-1 pitch here from Boone. This one popped up foul out of play, and it'll be an 0-2 count.
One thing Owen Boone has done very well against Garrett Takamatsu so far in this ballgame is getting it in on his hands. Earlier on, he got hit by a pitch because Boone was trying to get it so far inside. You can't let Takamatsu get his arms extended because that's when he does his most damage. He's got to keep busting him in and hoping that at best it'll be weak contact.
0-2 pitch from Boone, well upstairs with the fastball. Tried to climb the ladder on Takamatsu, and it's a 1-2 count.
Maybe Boone and Jayco elect to go with a put-away breaking ball here to try and induce a chase from Takamatsu after going up high.
And now time going to be called here. I believe it was Takamatsu at the plate. Fans cheering on Boone, trying to get him out of this top of the 4th inning jam. Boone ready on the 1-2. This one popped up sky high, foul territory. Long run for Philman. He's going to watch as this one sails into the second row and out of play. A foul ball to keep the count at 1-2.
Very close to being playable for Adam Philman and the Majors, but not quite, as it just sailed into the crowd. So they'll do it again on 1-2 to Takamatsu.
Leafs have the tying run 90 feet away at third base. Owen Boone a pitch away from working out of this inning. He's got a 1-2 count here on Takamatsu. Grabs his sign from Jayco. Now the leg kick delivery in the dirt. And that's going to keep everyone where they are in the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans clapping along here, getting loud, trying to help out Owen Boone. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. Sky high. Jayco's out in front of the plate. Trouble with it, and he's got it. Man, that's a tough play, and Jayco comes up with the grab to end the inning.
That's a really tough play for Hayden Jayco. Take it from a guy who was a catcher and never caught a pop-up out of the crouch. It's very hard to get up, turn yourself around, position yourself in a way that you're able to make that grab. And Hayden Jayco, for a moment, looked like he was having a bit of trouble with it, but was able to make the grab just in front of home plate. So Boone's able to get out of it. And that play from Keith Candell looks so huge now, because the Majors head to this bottom of the 4th inning still with the lead in the ball game, and they've got a chance to add on. It's right around the spot where the last inning started. It's Adam Philman, the number 7 hitter, leading things off. It was 8-9-1 due up for the Majors in that 3rd inning. So a good opportunity here to keep building off of what they did last inning at the plate and continue to put runs up on the board here as they try to extend this lead and leave no doubt in anyone's mind that they can win this ball game. But right now it's very close. Rup Chanardad talking to Eduardo Perez in the bullpen, telling him, hey, this is what I need you to do. I need you to stay ready, and this is more than likely what Rup's telling him. I need you to stay ready. Stop warming up for now, because you're not going in for the 5th inning. Boone's still under 100 pitches. I think Boone gets the next inning no matter what, or at least to start. Perez needs to stay ready, stay loose, stay hot, just in case Boone runs into trouble in that inning, and he is called upon in relief.
Boone has given up just the 3 runs through 4 innings. He's kept the majors in this game, but he's had to work hard through those 4 innings of work. He's given up 9 hits. His pitch count is well up there. If he goes, he's going to go 1, maybe 2 more max, and that's only if he has a clean 5th and a clean 6th. If he gets into any trouble out there, I don't think Rupert Chanderdat is going to hesitate to go to the bullpen. We saw Eduardo Perez warming up down there. And we'll continue to see that, I imagine, when they go back out for the top half of the 5th inning. Right now, it's the bottom of the 4th as Adam Fillman will step in here to lead things off for the Majors. Majors put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to make it a 4-3 ball game. Deska ready on the mound here for the Leafs. Pitch to the plate is going to be called a strike. 0-1 here as Deska gets ahead of Fillman.
For Fillman, he's going to have to jump on the first pitch fastballs as the game goes on from Deska.
Fillman fouls one off and out of play. Jam-packed crowd here at Labatt Park tonight. Taking in this Game 5 winner-take-all ball game here in the IBL Finals. And their Majors out in front 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. And now Fillman will take one to right field. Slicing towards the line, and this one is going to slice foul.
Thought for a moment maybe Marcus Connect was going to be able to make a play on that ball, but saw how far it was from him and just kind of gave up as it hit hit home plate in the right field bullpen, the Maple Leaf bullpen out there. Justin Morrow went up to talk to Marek Deska to see what he wanted to come with here on 0-2 as he tries to generate a swing and a miss, or perhaps fool Fillman with a called strike to try and get a strikeout or an out of any kind here to lead off this bottom of the 4th.
0-2 well outside for Deska. Deska's given up 4 runs on 6 hits through his first 3 innings of work. As he comes with the 1-2, hit on the ground over to third base. Picked up cleanly, the throw to one in time to get Fillman. What a play. And there is one gone.
Really good play there by John Salazzo, the third baseman, coming over to his left and once again making an on-the-run throw. It's the second such play we've seen in the ball game from Salazzo, the third baseman, where he had to cut across, pick it up, and then across his body, throw it over to first base. Was able to get Adam Fillman, who does have some speed, at the plate. Now that'll bring up Keith Candell. Candell in the ball game is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first trip to the plate. That was to lead off the 3rd.
Deska's got himself his first out as Candell hits one on the ground. Shortstop, going to be a tough play, no throw, and Candell's going to be on with 1 out.
That's a really tough play for the shortstop, Dan Mara, to make as he goes to his right, has to play it on the backhand and then plant his feet and throw to first. The thing is, he's on the infield dirt, so planting can be tough at times, and right there he just slid, fell over, and never really had a shot at Keith Candell. It was going to be a close play if he was able to come up and make a throw, but from the ground, no chance of doing that, and so Candell reaches.
And so Nick Carroll will come to the plate. With a man on, 1 out here for the Majors.
Feels like a sacrifice situation here for Carroll, Noah.
First pitch just off the plate there. Judging by Deska's reaction, he thought he might have caught the plate. 1 ball and no strike here on Carroll.
Looked to be pretty close, but just missed.
Candell just at the cut of the grass with his lead. Now this pitch going to get away from the catcher, and Candell's going to be up to second. Something as simple as not squeezing it allows the runner to move up 90 feet into scoring position.
Boy, that's huge for the Majors because now if they had thoughts of getting Nick Carroll to bunt, those are gone because you've already got a runner in scoring position. So now you got 2 cracks at trying to drive him in. Carroll with 1 out comes up to the plate. Wilkie on deck. He's got a chance to drive him home as well. 2 shots to get Candell home from second.
Carroll, right field, slicing. It's over top of the head, all the way to the wall. Candell getting delayed. He's in to score on an RBI double for Nick Carell. And oh baby, listen to this crowd.
Nick Carroll, the pitcher, brought over from the United States mid-season, had 10 at-bats in the regular season. One of those was an RBI double. This one, an RBI double to extend the Majors lead. Do you believe it? Carroll was very excited, and rightfully so, when he got to second base. Keith Candell had to wait to make sure that Connect wouldn't catch that ball. He had a shot. He leapt up, but he just did miss it. It got over his head into the wall, so a run scored.
A man of opportunity into the ball game tonight in replacement of the injured Chris McQueen. And he's got himself his biggest hit. Now this one gets away. He's going to move up to third, and now he's 90 feet away from scoring.
Another one gets away, and another runner is ever closer to scoring another run for the Majors. There is action in the Maple Leaf bullpen. That is Brendan Lyons loosening up for Toronto. So Carroll over at third with one out. Wilkie has a runner 90 feet away with one away, and Carlos Artiega is on deck.
Crowd into it here at Labatt Park. Sold out for Game 5. If you wanted a ticket, you can't get it. Now the 1-0, fouled off into the seats in a rocket. Sends fans ducking as the count moves to 1-1.
A little bit late on that one was Austin Wilkie, and we'll see if he's able to time up the next pitch from Deska. I think he was expecting off speed because that's what Deska throws most of the time, but he came with a fastball and was able to get a strike.
Top of the Majors order here, ready to do some damage. The 1-1 hit, foul again. This one out of play. 1-2 now the count here for Marek Deska, who sailed through the first 2 innings of this ball game. 2 clean innings in about 20 pitches of work. Got 2 quick outs in the bottom of the third, and that is when he ran into trouble. Now the 1-2. Popped up sky high, shallow right field. This is going to be a tough play. Coming on Connect. Waves him off, and he's going to catch this one, but the throw in drawn by Carroll. And there are 2 gone.
And Nick Carroll tried to bait Marcus Connect into a throw, which he did, and the throw was just a little far from the catcher Justin Mara. So luckily for the Leafs, Carroll did not come home, and now 2 out for Carlos Artiega, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's got to get a base hit to drive Carroll home.
So Carlos Artiega with 2 outs in the inning now will get his shot. Trying driving a run that's 90 feet away in Nick Carroll. First pitch swung on, popped up foul territory. Going to give it a look, but this one 4 or 5 rows back out of play.
Casaldo thought maybe he had a shot. He kind of started to jog over, but then realized it was too far, and he wasn't going to be able to reach that one even if he went into the crowd. So 0-1, and Artiega now has a chance behind the count to try and get a base hit and drive a runner home. Carlos, a big contact guy. He likes to use the right side of the field. We'll see if he goes there here. Castaldo a little bit further off the base for that reason, trying to cover some more ground in that hole.
Hit on the ground. Tough play at third. What a scoop. The throw to 1 in time to get Artiega. And that will end the inning. But the Majors strike for another run here on the RBI double by Nick Carroll. And it is a 5-3 Majors lead as we head to the 5th inning of work. You're watching Game 5 of the IBL Finals here on Majors TV. So we move along here, top of the 5th inning at Labatt Park. And it's John Salazzo to lead things off here for Toronto. Now trailing by a couple of runs here. They scored one in the first, one in the second, one in the third off Owen Boone. They got him in trouble in the fourth, but they were unable to score as Boone put up his first 0 of the night. And the Majors have scored in each of the last 2 at-bats and now lead 5-3. First pitch from Owen Boone, going to miss outside 1-0. No shock that Boone back out there to at least start the 5th. We saw Perez warming up back in the top of the 4th inning. He's down there waiting, and sure enough, will be ready if needed here in the 5th, 6th, and beyond. As we'll also keep an eye on Owen Boone's pitch count as he moves through the middle innings of this ball game. 1-1 now. Pitch and off-speed one to Salazzo, dropped in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. Marcus Connect on deck. Here is the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Boone to start the 5th inning here as he sets down Salazzo, and there's one gone.
You know, we weren't really too sure what to expect from Owen Boone coming out for the 5th inning with a bit of an elevated pitch count. He struggled at times in this one, but a big strikeout against John Salazzo, one of the toughest hitters in this Maple Leafs lineup, to get the first out.
And now Marcus Connect to the plate here for the Leafs. One gone after the strikeout to Salazzo to start things. As now this one's popped up sky high in between Jaco and Philman. Jaco calling for it. He's got it. Way to take control by the backstop, and there's 2 outs here in the inning.
That's exactly what Hayden Jaco's got to do. As the catcher, he's got to be the captain of the infield. He's got to know, okay, that ball's my ball, and if I want it, I want to take it. Although that may have been an easier play for Philman coming in, Jaco understands that he runs the infield as the catcher and was able to make the play.
A quick pair of outs here in the inning for Owen Boone. 2 gone on the strikeout and the pop-up. First pitch outside, it's 1-0.
Dan Marr at the plate, and the ball game is 1 for 2. He singled on a hard grounder to left field and then popped out to Keith Candell on the infield fly rule his last time up.
Missing low. 2 balls and no strikes now on Mara. Boone taking his time out there on the mound. Picks up the sign from Jaco, and now the 2-0 delivery. That one right down Broadway. And it's 2 balls and a strike here on Mara.
That was pitch number 100 for Owen Boone in the ball game through 4 2/3 innings. Obviously higher than you'd like it to be, but he's getting outs right now in the 5th.
2-1. Popped up and out of play. A foul ball. So Boone now at 2-2. Trying to put up another 0 here in the top half of the 5th inning. Labatt Park cheering him on here. And the 2-2 delivery from Boone. This one hit into center field. Ranging over to his right is Wilkie. He's there for the catch. And that'll do it for the top half of the 5th inning. Another 0 on the board for Owen Boone here as the Majors will head to the bats in the bottom of the 5th inning with a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, good inning there for Owen Boone. The pitch count was high when he started it, but started things off with a strikeout of John Salazzo. And right away, as a pitcher, you know when your pitch count is getting elevated out there on the mound. If he gets a strikeout of a guy like John Salazzo, you think to yourself, all right, I could do this. I'm getting tired. I'm starting slowly but surely to get a little worn out here. but I can do this in this inning. And then he got a pop out in foul territory from Marcus Connect on the first pitch. So he kept the pitch count relatively low through the first two batters. Dan Mara then lined out to Austin Wilkie. And oftentimes it's funny to listen to opposing teams' broadcasts when they play the majors, because Wilkie will range over it and catch a lot of balls out in center field. There are very few that he's not able to track down, and it's Austin Wilkie's there once again to make the play. He's just really good at patrolling center field for the majors, and that's why he's become a staple in the outfield for the team. He wasn't necessarily brought in for his offensive prowess. It was more so for his defensive and speed abilities, and he's turned into a fantastic offensive player for this team and has been very good in the outfield as well. Another example of that right there was shaded towards right center. He was able to get to dead center very quickly and make the play on Dan Mara.
Leafs sticking with Mayor Deska here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. We saw some action down in the Leafs bullpen in the last couple half innings. And we'll see if Deska has what it takes to get through another inning, maybe another two. The Majors have started to figure him out, I think, in the last couple of at-bats. Of course, the big 4-run third, and then they even tacked on another run in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, they got to keep going and keep adding on, because this Maple Leafs offense is really fantastic, and they can get back into any game on any given day. So Humberto Ruiz will be leading things off for the Majors. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Deska's pitch count is at 65 pitches through 4 innings, slightly higher than the average in Major League Baseball, but still in a very good spot. He can go a few more innings, so long as he doesn't run into any trouble. The pitch count is in a decent enough spot.
So Humberto Ruiz to lead things off here. Bottom half of the fifth inning at Labatt Park. First pitch called a strike as it catches the outer edge. Deska gets ahead. It's 0-1.
Ruiz had a first pitch strike called on him last time up that he thought missed the strike zone. Was able to bounce back and get an RBI single, though.
Now time called at the dish, I believe by Ruiz himself. And Deska, who is getting into his windup there, will have to step off and grab a new set of signs here. The 0-1 popped up on the infield. Ranging over and right underneath it for the out, and quickly one gone here for Deska in the bottom of the fifth.
Garrett Takamatsu barely had to move over there at second base. Was able to rein that one in and make the grab for the first out of the bottom of the fifth inning. So Byron Reichstein will step up to the plate. And I think everybody who was watching back then remembers what Byron did the last time he was at the dish. He cranked a home run out to right field to put the Majors ahead with a full count and 2 outs in the third inning.
By far the biggest blow of the ball game, as he fouls that one straight back. 0-1 here on the Majors right fielder.
Byron was the Majors' best hitter all summer long during the regular season and has been fantastic yet again in the playoffs.
Byron fights one off center field and caught as it just hung up in the air a little bit too long. And ranging over to get that one, Lewis, and they're 2 gone.
Good play there by Connor Lewis. Takamatsu and Lewis both kind of sprinted towards the ball. Takamatsu saw that Lewis was significantly closer, and he made the grab on the run coming in from center field.
Cleveland Brownlee to the plate here. With 2 outs in the inning. Deska looking to set down the side in order here and get the Leafs back on the bats in the 6th. Here's the first pitch. Brownlee will take it off the plate, but called a strike as it catches the edge, and it's 0-1.
Deska's got a lot of movement on his pitches. Those can fool batters when they're up at the plate, and that's exactly what happened there with Cleveland. It looked like it may have been outside, but Deska gets the benefit of the doubt and the called strike.
Count even at 1-1 here on Brownlee after that one missed low and outside. Now the 1-1 from Deska. Swing and a miss, and a big one at that from Cleveland Brownlee, and it's 1-2.
Cleveland had one goal on that swing, and that was to hit that ball a very, very long way. Now behind in the count, 1-2. Deska's got a lot of options he can go to. Can try a fastball up and get Brownlee to chase above the strike zone, or go with one of his many breaking pitches.
1-2, Brownlee. Sky high in the air to left field. And trouble with it, that one's going to drop. Brownlee looking for second now. The throw in, and he's in sliding.
You hear the Cleveland chants there in the crowd. Perhaps not the way Cleveland envisioned to get on base, but he is out there now at second in scoring position for Hayden Jaco. A ball that was hit so high in the air that McLaren just couldn't track it down, and that allows Brownlee to reach.
So a quick conversation out there. After the error in left will extend the inning, and now Hayden Jaco will get a chance to bat.
Hayden Jaco with a very unique walk-up song, Noah. Little Einstein's theme.
Getting a few laughs from the crowd here in London. Pitch off the plate, fastball, 1-0 here to Jaco. Find some outfield grass, and he can make this crowd real loud. Here's the 1-0, just off the plate again. 2 balls and no strikes to the Majors catcher, Jaco.
Good patience here from Hayden Jaco, and it's a big spot. He knows he can drive in a run if he can get a ball into the outfield, but he's not trying too hard to get that run home. He understands if he gets a pitch in the strike zone, he should drive it, and he will look to do that. But if it's not his pitch, he's not going to go after it.
Fouled back by Jaco. Got a pitch he liked on 2-0. And it's 2 balls and a strike now. Brownlee stands at second after the error on a sky-high fly ball to left field. Hayden Jaco trying to make the Leafs pay. He's in a 2-1 count. Pitch just off the plate by Deska, 3-1.
Deska trying to put it in a spot on the outside corner that's not quite reachable for Hayden Jaco. Just far enough off the outside that he may go after it but won't be able to do much with it. It's a very good pitch when it's effective. It's low and away, but right now he's just missing off the plate and he's not getting any of the calls.
Off the plate, Jaco's going to walk. Couple that were just off, and that one missed by plenty. So Jaco's going to be aboard here with 2 outs to put runners at first and second and bring up Adam Fillman.
Deska and the Leafs had a very clear game plan there, and that was to pitch away to Hayden Jaco. Don't give him anything over the plate or on the inside part of it because they know he can drive it. That one well outside, and all 4 of those balls missed the outside corner.
Chance here for the Majors, rallying again with 2 outs is a big swing and a miss. Fillman right through that fastball. 0-1. Majors have scored in each of the last 2 at-bats. 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Runner in scoring position here. That one's going to miss. Ball and a strike here to Fillman.
I think Marek Deska's asking where that pitch missed. Fillman on the first swing just did miss that pitch. He was swinging for the fences on that one and took ball 1 on the second offering. It just missed high.
And now he's going to take a little bit of time behind the mound to regroup. Deska ready. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off out of play.
Filming now on a 1-2 count. Has to be wary of that breaking ball that Deska's used to retire a lot of batters. It'll just dive away from you. If you see it starting over the plate, don't go after it. If you see it inside, that's your pitch.
Deska ready with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Filman to end the inning, and strand runners at first and second in the bottom of the fifth. The Majors still leading 5-3 here as we work our way forward in this ball game. Sixth inning coming up, and Dylan Baker on the call when we return. You're watching Game 5 of the IBL Finals here on Majors TV.
Because there are so many that.
All right, I'm gonna get some bats here. Oh, thanks, Zach. Alan, we don't actually have to participate in this contest. We just need to stand up to a whistle. That's all we need to do. Sorry, say that again there, Eric. At our age, we don't need to actually spin on the bat. We just need to stand up too quickly at our age. Right, that's exactly it. Yeah, all right. So these guys are going to spin around, finish line. Jacob's going to go stand up to third base. Jacob is the finish line, okay? So you guys are going to spin around until I say go. Not before I'm looking at you, but as soon as I say 10, you guys run. The first person to hit 10 wins. Start your spin. Let's go. Start it off. Let's go. All right, now speed it up. What are you guys doing? I'm not even going to count yet. Can we play some music? These guys are at a slow pace here. Spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Give them some love here, crowd. These guys are really struggling on the road. Go. Where did you go? James, Alexis in a close. Oh, what a hard slide. He landed so hard there's a crack in it now. He's all right, folks. Everybody, big round of applause for our fans.
Welcome back to the Inter-County Baseball League Finals, the deciding game, Game 5 on Majors TV. Chandler McLaren will lead off the inning for the Maple Leafs. He'll be followed by Connor Lewis and Jordan Castaldo. They trail by 2, and Noah Owen Boone back out there on the mound.
A little bit surprising to us, at least here in the press box, Dylan, and I'm sure to a few fans out there watching at home and watching in the seats here of Labatt Park, to see Boone back out there. He's over 100 pitches so far through 5 innings of work. But I think what the Majors are going off here, and I think what Rupe Chanardette, Brent Wales are going off on the bench, is that he's had 2 scoreless innings. I wouldn't say clean innings, 2 scoreless innings in the last couple.
That one is hit high in the air, left field, shallow. Ruiz coming in. He's got it, and that'll be the first out.
And a quick out there for Boone is certainly going to help. And as we were saying, I think that's what the Majors are going to kind of lean on, hope for here, is that Boone's settled in a little bit, that he can continue to work and maybe give them another inning of scoreless baseball here. Get them into the 7th, 8th, and 9th and just have to use the bullpen for 3 innings.
We know a lot of people are available in that Majors bullpen. Into the windup goes Boone. Lewis squares around and takes a called strike 1.
Majors have done a good job at limiting the amount of bullpen pitchers they've had to use in games. Maybe it's 1 guy, maybe it's 2 at most, but that's it. A lot of healthy guys out there.
Breaking ball, line towards the right center field gap. Nobody's going to get to that one as Wilkie and Reichstein both go to track it down. Byron picks it up. Lewis around towards second. He will stop there. It's a 1-out double for Connor Lewis.
Lewis laces one into the gap in right center field, and he was rounding first and going to second hard. And I think what he was looking for out there was who picks up the ball. If it's Wilkie in center, he might try for 3. If it's Byron like it was, he's going to hold that 2 because he knows the arm.
So runner in scoring position now for Jordan Castaldo, who's 3 for 3. Action in the Majors bullpen. A lot of people moving around out there. Castaldo is the tying run at the plate. Boone looks in as Castaldo taps the plate a couple of times, now gets ready in the batter's box. Boone comes set on the mound, looks back at Lewis. Here's the first offering. On the outside corner, it's strike one.
And this is where you got to be careful if you're the Majors. Boone coming through the order once again here. Castaldo's giving him a lot of trouble here. I think if Castaldo gets on, you certainly get someone up and throwing. And make sure it's quick.
Boone peeks back a couple of times. Now the pitch, the 0-1. Castaldo fights it off, and it's 0-2.
We've touched on it a few times. Boone getting to an 0-2 count on Castaldo earlier in the ball game a couple of times. He does so again here. Still been looking for that put-away pitch, something to just get Castaldo maybe out in front and blow it by him. See what he comes with here. He's generally went soft and away.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Jordan Castaldo, who is yet to be set down in the ball game. Boone ready, looks back. Here's the pitch. Line drive back up the middle, it's a base hit. Lewis headed towards third. He's going to round hard, and Topley throws up the stop sign. Lewis blows through it, throw to the plate. They got him! A beautiful throw from Austin Wilkie in center field, and the Majors cut down a run.
And Damon Topley is not going to be happy for the Leafs here. He threw up the stop sign, and it wasn't like he was late, Dylan. He had the stop sign up in plenty of time, but Lewis blew right through it on his way to the plate, and he was thrown out by plenty on a beautiful throw from center field by Austin Wilkie.
Great throw from Austin Wilkie, the Majors center fielder. Great play by Hayden Jaco to secure the tag. And boy, oh boy, Topley threw up the stop sign, and Lewis just blew right through it. And listen, Lewis was at third base when the stop sign came up. Topley never had the wave going. He was waiting and waiting and waiting, and then put the stop sign up, and Lewis gets thrown out at home. So Castaldo at first for Justin Mara. That one will miss low and inside for ball 1.
Lewis at second base only took one look at Damon Topley at third, and that was as soon as that ball landed in center, and he wasn't even at third base yet. Topley was waving him, but that was only to get him going, make sure that he was going to round hard. But he threw up the stop sign in plenty of time. He just blew right through it.
Yeah, that one gets away from Hayden Jaco, so Castaldo will move up to second base. And that winds up costing the Maple Leafs a run, perhaps. Certainly cost them an out. It's 2-0 now with the runner at second base.
Boone can grab a new ball here and get ready. Stretching going on in the Majors bullpen.
Looks like either Mike DeLong or Eduardo Perez out there. Boone settling in on the mound. That is Perez. Boone looks in, comes set. 2 balls, no strikes, runner at second, 2 out, peeks back at Castaldo. Here's the offering. Line drive up the middle, Wilkie moving in, he's got it! Inning over. Majors escape unscathed. Owen Boone is through 6 innings.
That ball hit on a line. Wilkie actually came in on it, and it almost went over his head. It was on such a line, but he's able to pick it up, get the out, and the Majors get through their 3rd straight scoreless inning on the backs of Owen Boone, who's really looked like he's settled in a little bit here as this ball game has progressed.
Started off a little bit slow for Boone and the Majors, but really got going after the 3rd inning. Once the Majors gave him the lead, once the crowd was back into it, we saw a different Owen Boone. Yes, he still had to work hard for some of those pitches and some of those outs, but he has been very, very good and has thrown up 3 scoreless frames since giving up a run in each of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd innings. Connor Lewis jogging back out to center field right now, and boy, oh boy, how different that inning could have been had he stayed at third base like Topley had wanted him to. And now Eduardo Perez loosening up in the Majors bullpen with the purpose of coming in for the 7th inning, we would assume. The Majors will have Keith Candell, Nick Carroll, and Austin Wilkie in this 6th inning.
And they'll have to face Desko once again here to see if he can continue on in this ball game. The fundamentals are where it gets important as the season moves on and you get into October here. And Damon Topley was just trying to play it station to station. He knew the top of his order was coming up, and he was about to put runners on the corners with one out and be in a good spot with the number 2 hitter in the order up. But it comes back to bite them, and now the Majors holding on to a 5-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, and now that means that Sean Riley will lead off the inning next inning. He won't have anybody on base when he comes up to the plate. Marek Deska at 82 pitches is out there for his 6th inning of work. Keith Candell will be the first one to face him to start this inning. Candell 1 for 2 in the ball game against Deska. Strikeout and a ground ball that Dan Mara ranged over to grab but couldn't plant and make a strong throw on. Candell digs into the batter's box. Looking in is Deska, leaning forward. Into the windup. Here's the first pitch to Candell. Squares around a bunt, takes a called strike 1.
Candell will look to try and start something here in the bottom of the 6th for this Majors team.
That one misses high, so a ball and a strike to the Majors shortstop.
Majors couldn't get anything going in the 1st and 2nd innings. And then it seems they've really broke through on Deska.
That one catches the outside corner. Looked like it was maybe a little bit off. A ball and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here is the offering from Marek Deska. Candell on the ground up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Mara gets it off the base. Has to hurry in time to get Candell. Was going to be a close play, and they got the speedy Majors shortstop Keith Candell.
Nice play by Mara, ranging across the infield there. It took all the perfect hops getting to him. He fielded it perfectly, and the throw right on the money to get Candell, who can run with a bit of speed. And that'll bring up Nick Carroll here, and Carroll had a big RBI double his last time up.
Nobody on base this time. Into the windup goes Deska. Carroll fouls that one off, got in on his hands, and was just able to get a piece.
Dylan, we talk about how Carroll was brought over mainly to be a pitcher for this Majors team, but throughout the season we saw him take BP, and he's got the ability.
Breaking ball called strike 2 now on Carroll. And yeah, no, we've seen him go deep in batting practice before, and he's a really good hitter if he can make solid contact. That one misses outside. It's 1-2. He gets his pitch. He's able to drive it just like we saw the last time he came up.
1-2 here on Carroll. Everyone getting an idea of what the signs are out there.
Got the wave going here at Labatt Park. The offering called strike 3 on the Majors' second baseman, so 2 gone now. And Austin Wilkie will dig into the batter's box. Noah, last time Austin Wilkie dug into the batter's box with 2 outs, he ignited a Majors rally, so he's going to look to do that again here, I'm sure.
The Majors put together a 4-run bottom of the 3rd, all with 2 outs. Started by the Austin Wilkie single. And that just shows you how dangerous this lineup can be, even with 2 away.
Wilkie takes that one just off the plate for ball 1. Looking in is Deska. Nods for the sign from Mara. Here's the offering. Breaking ball gets a chase from Wilkie 1-1 as the crowd oohs and ahs at the movement and then the swing and a miss.
Even in the late innings, Deska's still got a whole lot of movement on that off speed.
Here's the pitch to Wilkie. That one misses, so 2 balls and a strike now on the Majors center fielder.
And this will get a visit on the mound there, just to kind of go over things, make sure that everyone is on the same page here to go at Wilkie.
Nobody up in the Maple Leaf bullpen. That could mean somebody's ready. That could also mean Deska's got this 6th no matter what. Eduardo Perez looks ready down the left field line for the Majors. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. The pitch, Wilkie takes that one in there for strike 2, much to the chagrin of the crowd.
Yeah, the boos rained down here on that call, but Wilkie's got a battle with 2-2 here. Good 2-strike hitter.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the offering from Deska. Wilkie fights it off up towards the shortstop. Mara has to come in on the run throw to Castaldo in plenty of time. And the Maple Leaf defense has continued to be stellar throughout this ball game. We're through 6 complete here at Labatt Park. We're off to the 7th. Sean Riley leads things up when we come back on Majors TV. Top of the 7th inning here at Labatt Park, and a new arm will come into face Sean Riley, and that is Eduardo Perez.
And you get a look at Perez there. Majors fans saw him just Tuesday night here at Labatt Park. He was the starter in that ball game, game 3 in the series. And he threw 96 pitches in that start. He's back out here in relief. We mentioned how talking to the coaching staff, nobody off limits in the Majors bullpen tonight. And that includes Perez, who will be in here in this game.
You know, Major League starters know they go 4 days of rest, and then they throw 100 pitches. And for Perez, obviously, he's not going to throw that many tonight. So he's on short rest for a big league starter, but he's got plenty in the tank. And that's quite the sight. It's Pedro de los Santos in the Majors bullpen. Looks like he's just kind of stretching a little bit. So Perez evens out the mound for himself. Sean Riley steps up to the batter's box. Riley faced Perez on Tuesday night, nearly went deep, but Humberto Ruiz had other ideas in left field. Mike DeLong also tossing a baseball in the Majors bullpen. Somebody's up in the Leafs pen as well. The first pitch from Perez is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike 1 to Sean Riley, who's 2 for 3 in the ball game.
Riley continuing to hit well throughout the postseason. The oldest player here in the IBL Finals, and has probably swung the best bat so far.
On the ground towards second base, past the diving Nick Carroll, who was shifted up the middle with the pull-heavy Riley.
That's a tough one for Carroll. You mentioned how he was shifted up the middle on Riley, who obviously will pull the ball more often than not. Made the dive, and I actually think he got to where the ball was, but it just went underneath his outstretched glove. Nonetheless, Sean Riley's going to be on with yet another hit today. 12th hit in the ball game for the Maple Leafs.
So Garrett Takamatsu digs in. He's got Riley at first with nobody out. Here's the offering. Takamatsu in the air center field. Tracking back a little bit is Wilkie. And he's got it, so 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Wilkie patrols that center field very well, as we've touched on in the ball game so far. And of course, here at Labatt Park, a very wide open center field. He's got a lot of room to cover, but that also means that he can run down things, track down things, and balls that are hit fairly hard. Takamatsu got a good piece of that baseball, but Wilkie ran that one down probably about 370 feet out in center field.
So John Salazzo digs into the batter's box. Talks to the home plate umpire and the catcher Hayden Jaco a little bit. Now gets ready to face Perez. Comes set on the mound. Here's the offering. Breaking ball. Gets a chase from Salazzo. 0-1.
We mentioned how this Leafs team's fresh off seeing Perez just earlier this week. So a lot of these guys kind of know what he's got, but is he a different man out of the pen? That's what we're waiting to see.
On the ground, foul. 0-2, and it's possible he is, Noah, because he can just use that shutdown stuff and doesn't have to worry about pitching deep into a ball game. He can give you everything he's got on every pitch. Perez looks in. 0-2 on Salazzo. One out, runner at first base is Sean Riley. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike three. Gets a swing and a miss from Salazzo for the second out of this top of the seventh inning.
What a pitch there from Perez. Goes to the off-speed to set down Salazzo. Brings it on the inside part of the plate. Breaks into the lefty. And he's got himself the second out here, and a big second out in the top of the seventh.
Marcus Connect digs into the batter's box. 0 for 3 on the night. 2 out now. Perez has thrown just 6 pitches through 2/3 of an inning. Looks in, is set out there on the mound. Here's the offering. Breaking ball. Connect thought about it, but didn't chase.
Able to hold up on that breaking ball just off the plate from Perez. He's going to stay away with the soft stuff, probably break him in with the hard stuff.
The 1-0. Breaking ball popped foul by Connect, and Perez not hesitating to go to that breaker.
Went to it a lot on Tuesday night. Wasn't afraid to go to it in any count, whether he was up, behind, needed a strike, wanted to bury it. He threw that off-speed pitch well, and that was part of his success on Tuesday night.
1-1, 2 out. Perez set out there on the mound. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Gets Connect to go after that one, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Has yet to throw him a fastball in this at-bat.
Eric Collins getting this Majors fans on their feet. And a big 1-2 pitch coming here for Perez to try and get through the top of the seventh.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Connect ready in the batter's box. Here's the offering from Perez in the dirt, ball 2. 2-2.
He's got options to go to on 1-2. And I'm not opposed to going to that breaking ball again here on 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see what they go with here. In a big pitch with 2 out in the inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Riley at first, Connect in the batter's box. Perez ready out there on the mound. Here's the 2-2 home. Line straight back at the screen. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Not an easy guy to strike out. Puts the bat on the ball very well. I do think if you're going to strike him out, it's going to be with the off-speed.
It's worked so well so far against Connect and Salazzo. So 2-2, Connect in the box, ready to face the next offering from Eduardo Perez. He's got the sign from Jaco. Here's the 2-2 home. Called! Strike 3! Perez sets down Connect with a strikeout. And after a leadoff single, he gets the Maple Leafs. Takamatsu, Salazzo, and Connect. He gets out of the top of the 7th inning.
And what an inning to get out of for Perez to bring us to the stretch here in London with the Majors out in front. by a score of 5-3, and this is the part of the ball game where it starts to get interesting, where every pitch, every at-bat is that much more important. But Dylan, before you get to those important pitches, you got to do the seventh inning stretch.
Oh, you most certainly do. And the biggest crowd of the year at Labatt Park is definitely going to get into this stretch. New arm for the Maple Leafs. We'll get into that after we, stretch it out a little bit.
And you see the big crowd here packed into Labatt Park for this winner-take-all Game 5. A crowd that Labatt Park hasn't seen in years.
Yeah, this is a packed house, and we've talked about the fan support all season long here at Labatt Park and on Majors TV. We appreciate you joining us. A shout out to everybody who's been watching all year long. This crowd is electric. They've been enjoying this game. It's a packed house here at Labatt Park, and it is quite the sight to behold here on this Friday night.
The Majors will come to the bats in the bottom of the 7th inning. And you know they'd love nothing more than to tack on a few more runs here. This Leaf offense is too good to try and get through the next 2 innings on just a 2-run lead.
Absolutely. It's crucial that they continue to add on because no lead is safe when you're playing the Leafs. Good times never seem so good here at Labatt Park as the crowd is into it. Everybody's enjoying the ball game, including us up here. It's been a doozy to this point, a great series, and having a capacity crowd sing Sweet Caroline feels like icing on the cake. So as we mentioned, Brendan Lyons is the new arm for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And you get a look at him there on your screen. Lions into the ball game here for Toronto out of the bullpen in replacement of Marek Deska, the starter for the Leafs tonight. Through 6 innings of work, gave up 5 runs on 8 hits. Had a clean first and second, then ran into some trouble in the 3rd and 4th. Got out of some trouble in the 5th and the 6th. And now he'll turn things over to this Leafs bullpen.
So here's the first offering to Carlos Arteaga. That misses outside from Brendan Lyons. So after 6 innings of Deska, the Majors have a new arm to deal with out there on the mound. And Arteaga, as he so often does, will square around to bunt, usually with no intention of doing so. That one is going to be in there for a called strike. So 1-1 now to the Majors' third baseman. Here's the pitch. Arteaga squares and fouls that one back to the backstop. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Carlos, who is 1 for 3 on the night.
Arteaga obviously saw something that he liked in the terms of how the defense was playing, and we talked about how he often squares around on that first pitch. Not too many times he actually does go around for the second time and try to bunt it. But he must have saw the defense back in a position where he felt like he could get on. And that's why he squared around, although with 2 strikes now, he's got to go swinging.
So a ball and 2 strikes on Carlos Arteaga against Brendan Lyons. Just entered into the ball game, has thrown 4 pitches so far. Marek Deska was on the mound for the Maple Leafs. On the ground foul once again from Arteaga, who continues to battle at the plate.
And after Arteaga, it's Ruiz on deck here for the Majors.
Coming set is Lyons on the mound. Here's the 1-2. Outside. 2-2.
The Leafs do have some action down in the pen still, in case Lions can't get through this inning.
On the ground at third base, Salazzo comes in, takes his time, throws way over the first baseman Castaldo, in towards right field. Arteaga into second. He's going to slow down and stop there. John Salazzo, I think, had more time than he realized and absolutely airmailed the first baseman.
And I wish we could get another look at this one to show you, but Salazzo on the ground ball got it into his glove, and I don't even know if he fully bobbled it, but he got it into his glove in a weird spot, and I think because of that, he thought he had to rush the throw, when really he had enough time to plant and throw right on the money to first base, and that's what caused him to airmail first base, and the error is going to hurt the Leafs here as it puts a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the inning.
So Humberto Ruiz digs into the batter's box. 2 for 3 has been clutch for the Majors so far tonight. Will look to do so again with a runner at second. Ruiz ready, as is Lyons on the mound. Looks back at second. Here's the pitch, and Arteaga takes a couple of steps back.
That'll get the boos raining down from the capacity crowd here at Labatt Park.
Looking back is Lyons. Here's the pitch. Squaring around to bunt is Ruiz, and he bunts it foul. No, are you surprised that the Majors are bunting here with Ruiz?
I'm going to be honest, Dylan, I am a little bit, and I understand it. You have Reichstein, Brownlee waiting behind him. If you can move the man up to third, he's just a fly ball to the outfield away from scoring. But at the same time, the way Ruiz has swung the bat this year, and now Arteaga is going to call for time at second. And that's interesting. It's the second time we've seen Arteaga call time from on the base path. And you'll see Mara at short actually wondering why.
I think he missed the signs or something because he pointed at the third base coach afterwards, or pointed towards third base. 0-1 to Ruiz. Here's the pitch. On the ground towards shortstop. Mara comes in. Arteaga will move up to third. Here's the throw to first. This one is on the money and caught by Jordan Castaldo, but Ruiz is able to get the runner over to third base.
So it works just like a sacrifice. Arteaga, that's a heads-up play by him. A lot of guys on that play, they might hesitate. They might not think, I can go. But at this point in the ball game, I think Mara's going to try to just get the out. Now we're going to see a mound visit here from Damon Toppoli. I wonder if they're going to switch things up.
They don't have a lefty up in the pen. I was looking out to see if they were going to bring a lefty in to face the lefty Reichstein, but they don't have a lefty throwing in the bullpen. So it could just be a talk, and Roop Chanadat goes out to talk to Carlos Arteaga, his base runner over at third base, telling him, hey, this is what I need you to do. Perhaps putting the contact play on where the moment Byron hits it, he's off. Perhaps telling him hold until you can ensure that it's into the outfield. Toppoli, that mound visit can also serve as defensive positioning, and now they're going to put Byron on. So Byron Reichstein gets intentionally walked, and Cleveland Brownlee steps up to the plate.
So they'll walk Byron to set up the double play ball with Cleveland Brownlee coming to the plate, who doesn't run well at this stage in his career. You're betting on a ground ball. That's what you're betting on here. Let's just hope that didn't bother Cleveland Brownlee at the plate.
So Cleveland steps up with one out and runners on the corners. A fly ball deep enough into the outfield can get the runner from third base home. Brendan Lyons on the mound, trying to wiggle out of this jam. Here's the first pitch. Brownlee takes a called strike one.
Brownlee signaling that he thought that one was up in the zone. I actually thought it was in a good location for him to take a rip at. But I think he's just going to wait and see a couple here from Lyons. He saw one. We'll see if he comes at the next close one.
0-1, one out. Here's the pitch. Brownlee takes that one low. A ball and a strike. Crowd getting up at the direction of public address announcer Eric Collins. Here's the 1-1. Brownlee on the ground towards second base. Going to be a tough turn. Takamatsu's only got one play. It's to first. So the run will score, and it's a 6-3 ball game.
You walk Brownlee, you get your ground ball, but it's not nearly hard enough to turn two. They have to take the out at first base. The Leafs are forced to give up that run on the ground out by Brownlee. And he does the job to make it a 6-3 game here in the bottom of the seventh.
So Hayden Jaco will step up to the plate as Brownlee heads off the field.
Reichstein at second now with two outs in the inning. So just the one runner on.
Runner at second, 2 gone. Hayden Jaco at the plate. Brendan Lyons on the third base side of the rubber. Now steps off, resets, looks in again. 6-3 Majors in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looking back is Lyons. Here's the pitch. Outside, had good movement on that one, but it started well off the plate and never really came back. Lyons gets the sign he wants from Mara. Looks back. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 1-1.
Good spot, good location there by Lyons. As Jaco at the dish here will have a 1-1 count.
Lyons peeks back. Here's the 1-1. On the ground, foul territory, and that'll be a foul ball. It's 1-2. No action in the Majors bullpen, which indicates that Eduardo Perez is likely getting the 8th inning.
The Majors have added on a run here to make it a 6-3 game, but every run important here, and a big one standing at second.
Here's the offering. Jaco in the air, left center field, carrying well, warning track wall. Goodbye. No, it's in the ballpark. The way the crowd reacted made you think it was gone, but it's a ground rule double for Hayden Jaco.
Same thing we saw Tuesday night, almost the exact same spot for Hayden Jaco as it bounces on the warning track for a double, but big enough to score the run and make it a 7-3 game here for the Majors.
No, I thought that one was gone. It looked very close, but just did skip over the wall. 7-3 Majors. Adam Philman in an RBI spot.
Got the fans on their feet, got us here in the press box trying to dodge poles to look around and see where it was.
Philman lines that one down the right field line. Is anybody going to get there? Is it going to stay fair? It's just foul. Jeff Rose, the first base umpire, right on it and saw that it was a foul ball. Hayden Jaco, who's all the way at the plate, hands the bat back to Philman and will jog out to second base once more. 0-1 the count.
That's all right for Jaco. That guy has no shortage of energy.
Jaco stands out in scoring position at second base. 2 out. 0-1 the count. Philman 0 for 3. Would be a great time for him to pick up his first hit. Lyons peeks back at second. Here's the offering. Outside. 1-1.
Good spot, good location by Lyons. Could see what he was trying to go with on 0-1. Just didn't get enough of the plate to get the strike called.
A ball and a strike. 2 out. Looking back at second is Lyons. Here's the offering to Philman. Breaking ball in the dirt, wasn't tempted. 2-1. This crowd is a raucous one. Jaco stands out at second. It's 7-3 Majors in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Lyons. Philman in the air, right center field. Connect going to try to track this one down, and he gets there to end the inning. The Majors score a couple in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 7-3 as we head to the 8th.
In so many different ways. Choose to study online, in class, the combination of both, or even on a content. Visit ChanceShot.ca. Learn more.
We move along here at Labatt Park, top of the 8th inning here in Game 5 of the IBL Finals. And the London Majors put up another 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to hold a 7-3 lead over the Leafs here as we go to the 8th. Eduardo Perez back out onto the mound here for London. To try and get through this 8th inning of work here for the Majors. First pitch going to miss. Count moves to 1-0 here. Perez again, fastball catches the zone for a strike, 1-1. Some action down in the London Majors bullpen. Looks like the lefty Kelly getting loose. Saw him just last night.
Threw 4 2/3 of relief last night in the pits at Toronto.
2-1 ready here for Perez on the mound. Here's the delivery. Drops it in there for a strike with some movement. It's 2-2.
The crowd knew that thing moved a lot and caught the strike zone. The moment it was caught by Hayden Jaco, you could hear a reaction.
Here's the 2-2. That one upstairs.
Just did miss high to Mara, so now full count. Dan Mara in the ballgame, 1 for 3. Has singled, popped out, and lined out in the ballgame.
See what Perez comes with on a full count. Got to go right at these Leafs hitters. Can't afford to be putting guys on for free this late in the ballgame. Here's the 3-2 from Perez. Hit back up the middle for a base hit. Mara's aboard here with a single to lead off the 8th for the Leafs.
Not a bad pitch from Eduardo Perez. Got it in on the hands of Dan Mara. It was just floated into shallow center, and it dropped in for a base hit. A leadoff single for the Leafs, and now Chandler McLaren will step up to the plate. McLaren 0 for 3 on the night for Toronto.
Dylan, we see Kelly down there in the pen getting loose. We also saw Pedro de los Santos down there throwing. And the only thought that I can come to mind is that the Majors might late in this ball game do something we haven't seen them do, and that is just kind of play the lefty-lefty matchups, the righty-righty matchups, as this one's fouled off to make the count 0-1.
Yeah, no righties up in the bullpen, though. If they were to take Perez out and bring Kelly or De Los Santos in, then you have a tough righty stretch where you've got Riley Takamatsu, then there's Salazzo, but then you've got Marcus Connect, and then you may not have a righty in the ball game for that, so you've got to trust your lefties to be able to record those outs. We'll see what Rube Channerdat and Brent Wales they like to do.
0-1 swung on and missed. So now Chandler McLaren down in the 0-2 count here against Eduardo Perez. He's got the crowd on his side here as he looks to work through this 8th inning. Ready on 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes for out number 1.
Really great pitch from Eduardo Perez, and that's just been more of the same from him ever since he's come into the ball game. He's dominated. 7th inning was fantastic. Allows the leadoff single to Mara here in the 8th, then gets a strikeout from Chandler McLaren. So Connor Lewis steps up to the dish. He's 1 for 3 today, and had probably the most costly mistake to this point for the Leafs as he blew through Damon Topoli's third base stop sign.
So Lewis here with 1 out and a runner on first after the leadoff single by Mara. First pitch by Perez upstairs for ball 1. A 7-3 Majors lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the delivery. This one's going to be hit. Shallow left field coming on Ruiz. He's not going to have a play on it. And it'll be a base hit for Lewis. So now the Leafs have runners on first and second, 1 out in the top of the order here for the Leafs.
So Castaldo steps into the box, 4 for 4 today for the Leafs. He's got runners at first and second, obviously 1 runner in scoring position. And Rube Channerdat says to Brent Wales, hey, come here, let's talk about this, and they want to plan out what their next move will be. It's Castaldo and Mara, 2 lefty bats. Then Riley Takamatsu, 2 righties. Lefty Salazzo, righty Connect. I think Damon Topley may have done this on purpose to avoid consistent lefties and consistent righties where you can just throw a guy in for 5-6 batters.
He's done a good job at that if that's what he was planning to do. Perez ready. First pitch going to miss low here, and the count will move to 1-0 here on Jordan Castaldo. Luke Kelly, the only one actually throwing down in the Majors bullpen, which suggests that if they do go to the pen, and they probably will at some point in the remainder of this ball game, he will be the next guy. Grabs his sign on 1-0. Perez ready. Takes his time. He's going to step off here. That'll get Castaldo a little bit of time to step out and regather himself.
Keith Candell was getting in behind Mara at second base, so Mara took a couple extra steps off to distract Perez, and that's why he stepped off the rubber.
The 1-0, that one's going to miss. It's going to get away from Jaco. And Mara thought about it, but he's going to hold up at second. I don't know if he would have had enough time to get to third.
It would have been very close if he had elected to go, so I think a smart move to stay, just play it safe, and make sure that you don't run into an out. And so Mara stands at second. Keith Candell will come in to talk to Eduardo Perez. After 2 straight balls to Castaldo, who's 4 for 4. Candell wants to try and calm down his pitcher and help him relax and zone in.
2 straight low balls to start the at-bat to Castaldo. Suggests that Perez might be trying to work around the top of this Leafs order. He's going to have success if he goes at guys. Throws the stuff he's been throwing all along. Pitch to Castaldo for a strike, 2-1.
Good pitch there from Perez, trusting his stuff, finding the strike zone. The home plate umpire gave him that call, and it's 2-1.
Couple runners on here for the Leafs. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Pitch going to miss to Castaldo now, and it's 3-1.
Not sure if this is because Kelly is ready or if the plan has changed, but Pedro de los Santos now the only arm throwing in the Majors bullpen.
Castaldo steps out, takes some time, readjusts his batting gloves. Now he's back in. In that left-hand batter's box as he awaits the 3-1 from Perez. To the plate, just missing low, and it'll walk the bases loaded here with 1 gone.
Crowd is not too thrilled with that call from the home plate umpire. They thought that was strike 2 to Jordan Castaldo. Roop Chanderdat getting up and headed towards the bullpen while Brent Wales heads out towards the mound. So they split off, and Wales going to go talk to his pitcher out there on the rubber, and some of the infielders, including Adam Philman, will come in to do the same, trying to get Perez to zone in. It's going to be a tough at-bat. He's got 1 out, and the bases loaded for the leader in home runs in the Intercounty Baseball League this year, Justin Mara.
Kelly and De Los Santos taking turns throwing down in the Majors bullpen.
Roop Chanderdat looks like he's talking to Luke Kelly out there right now. And De Los Santos walking towards the dugout.
Both those guys key pieces for the Majors, and now De Los Santos will head back to the dugout like you mentioned. As Kelly continues to get ready. It's the lefty in Mara, and then a couple of righties in Riley and Takamatsu on deck. Eduardo Perez, the pitcher here for London. And he's got himself in a bit of a jam. Ground ball away from getting out of it. Pitch low, and it's 1-0.
Nick Carroll, the second baseman, is shifted way over to first base, leaving pretty much the entire middle right side of the diamond wide open for Justin Mara.
Swing and a miss. They know Mara likes to pull the ball, but it seems like if they're going to get a double play, it's going to be somewhere other than up the middle. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss again. And it's a 1-2 count here on Mara.
There's a look at how far Carroll has shifted over to the right.
Here's the 1-2 and time called, although a little bit late. Perez is not happy.
Neither is Hayden Jaco.
Probably one of the biggest pitches of the ball game so far. 1-2 count on Justin Mara. Bases loaded, 1 out. Perez ready, the 1-2, low. Jaco had to block that one to keep it in front of him, count at 2-2.
If Perez is able to get Mara, but not a double play, Sean Riley looms on deck. So not any easy outs in this spot.
Never is with this Leafs offense. Gotta work for everything. Two coming. Perez to the plate. This one hit left center field. Gonna be a tough one. Ruiz running it down. He's there to make the grab. The runner will tag from third and come home to score to make it a 7-4 ball game, but a big out number 2.
Really great play by Humberto Ruiz, tracking that ball down in left center field. He's not been shy about sharing the fact, you may have seen it in an article posted by our friends at Game Day London this week. He dealt with a hamstring injury, and he said himself he's playing at right around 80% right now. He had to go a long way, and you can bet that was a lot of effort to go track down that fly ball. He made the grab, saving a couple of runs, and keeping Lewis at second base, so he's still a ways away, though in scoring position for Sean Riley with 2 out.
Riley represents the game-tying run at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. And it's Eduardo Perez being tasked with the most dangerous hitter in the postseason so far. Here's his first pitch to Riley. Hit on the ground up the middle. It's Carroll to second, and he's got it. Eduardo Perez escapes a jam in the top of the 8th, and the Majors will go to the bottom, looking to try and tack on some insurance here with 3 outs to go.
Eduardo Perez jammed Sean Riley with that pitch. A very good one inside. Riley got it in on his hands and just squibbled it towards second base, where Nick Carroll picked it up, touched the bag, and got the final out of the inning. So the Leafs made it close, but the Majors hold on to a lead, 7-4, as Brendan Lyons is back out for another inning of work.
So Brendan Lyons out here for the Leafs in the bottom of the 8th inning. The London Majors will come to bat in the bottom of the 8th and will look to try and tack on some runs here. They have 7 on 9 hits so far tonight.
I know for a lot of people up here, our hearts are racing. It is a nerve-wracking time for a lot of fans in the ballpark, for a lot of major staff in the ballpark. It's been a long time, and we're sure your hearts are racing at home as well, watching along live.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Labatt Park. We thank you if you're just joining us here in the later portions of this ball game. And if you're just joining us for the first time in this series, you have missed quite the IBL Finals. The London Majors and Toronto Maple Leafs entered this series with the home team winning every ball game. That's happened so far in the series, and the Majors lead 7-4 here in the 8th.
It's been a fantastic series up to this point, and it shows no signs of changing. The Majors won a close one in the first game. The Leafs stormed from behind and won Game 2 at the Pits. The Majors took Game 3 here at home. The Leafs stormed from behind at the Pits last night, and the Majors lead right now late in the bottom of the 8th inning here at Labatt Park. It's tight.
It'll be Candell to start things here for London in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a big bottom of the 8th in terms of getting some insurance runs. Squares around to bunt, and he goes after that one. And it'll be strike one here to Candell. The Let's Go Majors chance throughout Labatt Park as Lions lets that one slip back to the backstop.
Candell always goes up to the plate with a game plan. Squared around a bunt on the first pitch, has not gone back to that just yet. We'll see if he does. That one obviously not exactly too tempting.
Pitch to Candell, going to take that one for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now on the Majors shortstop. Candell rips one in the air left field. This one is going to hit off the base of the wall. Keith Candell on his way to second, and he's in there with a lead-off double. And listen to this place.
Keith Candell scorched a ball to left field. That one hit right off the Fanshawe College sign, right next to the 330 sign in left field, and he gets this inning started with a bang for the Majors. Nick Carroll comes into the batter's box. Carroll has an RBI double in the ball game. He's 1 for 3, has a chance to cash a big insurance run here.
He did so earlier in the ball game. It was a double to right center field that scored a run. Squares around for the bunt, and he bunts one foul. And no, they're going to put him on.
It definitely hit him, Noah. The question was, did he pull the bunt back? And he did, according to first base umpire Jeff Rose. Damon Toppoli coming out to talk to the home plate umpire. Jeff Rose pushing him back towards the dugout saying, hey, go back, and Toppoli's not happy.
Carroll squared around to bunt on the first pitch of the at-bat. And he was certainly in the action of pulling it back. And I think he did get enough of it, but it was tight.
Yeah, no, it was definitely very close. First base umpire Jeff Rose said he did not square around. Rose is sending an assistant coach back towards the bench right now as Toppoli continues to talk things over with the home plate umpire. Justin Mara talks with Jeff Rose now. First and second, and I do think, Noah, I do think that was the correct call. It looked like Carroll had been back, and it got him, and the reason I say that is it got him in the left arm. He didn't get hit square in the body. He didn't get any part of the bat. He was turned around by that point, which means the bat had gone back, and I don't think, from our vantage point up here at least, that he did go around, so I think Jeff Rose made the correct call over at first base.
So runners at first and second here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Infield continues to be drawn in at the corners here for the Leafs. Squares around to bunt, gets this one down. Back to the pitcher, he's going to go, and he throws it into left field. Candell in to score, Carroll to third, and it's an 8-4 game.
Oh my! Listen to this crowd. You knew somebody was going to bunt. Candell squared, Carroll squared, Wilkie squared, and he reaches on a fielder's choice. Lyons was determined to get the lead runner over at third base. Threw it to Salazzo, but was in a rush and never looked at where he was throwing, so he fired it into left field. That allowed Keith Candell to score and Nick Carroll to move up to third base. Austin Wilkie now stands at second as well. So 2 runners in scoring position for Carlos Arteaga.
And the Leafs will go to the pen here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brendan Lyons throws the ball on a bunt into left field. And it cost the Leafs 1 run, at least for now, and possibly a few more. And Dylan, I don't think he had a shot, even if that throw was on the money,
I
to
don't
get
think
Candell at third. Candell got a great jump, and that bunt was in a perfect spot.
Yeah, that was a beautiful bunt from Austin Wilkie, and Lyons had to spin himself around to try and make that play over at third base, and he threw it into left field. New arm out there for the Leafs. That is Andrew Hyde out of the Maple Leaf bullpen. So Hyde is going to look to minimize the damage. He's got 2 guys in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
A sold-out crowd here at Labatt Memorial Park in downtown London, the site of this one. They were lined up to get in half hour before the gates opened. They were lined up when the first pitch flew to get into this park for tonight's game, knowing it would be one of the biggest ones in recent memory. And the Majors have an 8-4 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning, with a couple more standing in scoring position. And the heart of the order up for the Pinstripes.
Arteaga, Ruiz, Reichstein. Good part of the lineup for the Majors. 2 in scoring position, nobody out, bottom of the 8th. We've mentioned it time and time again on the air. The Leafs can hit. You want to score as many runs as possible to ensure they cannot come back into this game. Having a 4-run lead is a good spot to be, but the Leafs erased a 4-run lead last night. The Majors have to keep adding on, and that starts with Carlos Arteaga.
So Arteaga at the plate, the infield completely in here to protect those runs. First pitch by Hyde outside, it's 1-0.
Outfield shallow as well. A fly ball they're going to come up throwing on.
The 1-0. Arteaga crushes one, but well foul.
Boy, Carlos got every stitch of that baseball. He was just very, very early on it.
Gave one a ride way back in the first inning. That resulted in him getting on. Now he's got a 1-1 count here. Nobody out. Here's the pitch to the plate. They'll check down. He went around on that one, so it's 1-2 now on Arteaga.
It was close, but it looked like Arteaga did go around. Roop Chanted out on the bench, clapping along, trying to get his guy at the plate hyped up and ready for the next pitch to move on from this one. It's 1-2 the count with nobody out and 2 in scoring position for the Majors.
One, 2 now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Hyde with a big strikeout here for out number 1.
Big strikeout there for Andrew Hyde on the mound for the Maple Leafs, getting the first out of this inning, and now Humberto Ruiz comes up to the plate. Ruiz has been so clutch for the Majors this season, a chance to drive home a couple more, which the Majors will hope will be the nails in the coffin. But you can never assume that against this Maple Leafs club.
Infield still drawn in for Toronto. Here's the delivery to Ruiz, called a strike. And it's 0-1.
Ruiz taking the first pitch. He just wants to see what Hyde is featuring. Did the same thing to Lyons when he came into the ballgame.
Off the end of the bat into center field. Going to be a tough play. Sliding, comes up with it. And it's going to be a big out number 2.
That is why the Maple Leafs played their outfield shallow. For something like that, where it's a little looper, this one off the bat of Humberto Ruiz, they can't get a ball to drop in and score a run. They also can't run on a sacrifice fly because that outfielder is so close. 2 out, second and third. Jordan Castaldo pointing towards first base, trying to indicate the Leafs may want to walk him.
They're going to walk Byron again. And this crowd will tell you what they think about it.
They're afraid to pitch to Byron Reichstein, who's already gone deep earlier in the ball game. And Cleveland Brownlee, for the second time tonight, gets the guy in front of him intentionally walked. The bases are loaded. Listen to this.
Cleveland Brownlee to the plate here with the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. And you heard the introduction from this full house here at Labatt Park. Off speed outside here as the Cleveland chants continue.
Can't get too excited if you're Brownlee. Can't go after that pitch. A good take.
Fans on their feet at Labatt Park. Here's the 1-0. Brownlee will take that one low for a strike. The count even at 1-1.
Cleveland thought that was ball 1 below the knees, but the home plate umpire thought otherwise. Everybody standing on the Majors sideline, everybody in the ballpark on their feet.
Hyde on the mound has the bases loaded, 2 outs. And the big dog, Cleveland Brownlee, at the dish. Here's the 1-1 delivery outside with the off-speed pitch. Doesn't get Cleve to chase, and it's 2-1.
Cleveland showing great discipline here in a moment like this where you know he wants to come up clutch for these Majors fans. He can't get out of his approach. He can't chase pitches out of the zone, and he's not doing that so far.
Hyde ready on the mound. Here's the 2-1. Brownlee popped it up foul, out of play.
Threw him a fastball. Brownlee just a tick off, and it goes back to the screen.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. 8-4 ball game, the Majors lead. Here's the delivery from Hyde. Brownlee off the end of the bat, fouled off down the right field line, 3 rows deep into the seats. Capacity crowd on their feet here at Labatt. Cleve going to call time and take a breather. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss. So Hyde gets Brownlee swinging to strand the bases loaded, but we go to the top of the 9th with the Majors leading 8-4 here in a winner-take-all Game 5, 3 outs to get. When we come back, you're watching the IBL playoffs here on MajorsTV.
All right, fans, loud as you can. Help your boys bring the goal, take me home the country road. Please, everybody on their feet. On their feet.
It is the top of the ninth here in London. Game 5 and the deciding game of the IBL Finals. Majors leading 8-4. And they got 3 outs to get.
Takamatsu, Salazzo, connect. The 3 men standing in the way of a moment 46 years in the making.
First pitch of ball, 1-0 here. Pitch going to miss by Perez.
Perez trying to calm himself out there on the mound. And
2-0.
attack Takamatsu here.
Perez to the plate. That one's there for a strike. It's 2-1. Delivery fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2. Perez can come with anything he wants here. He's still in control. Can go with the fastball up, but I think it's more likely we see an off speed after a lot of hard stuff from Eduardo.
Takes his time on the mound, does Perez. Now he's ready with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout by Perez for out number 1.
Huge out there of Garrett Takamatsu. A great, great pitch from Eduardo Perez on the breaker.
2 to get. Perez on the mound. Got the first out via strikeout. First pitch there for a strike. It's 0-1 on Salazzo. Oh, 1. This one hit on the ground up the middle. Tough play. Candel across. Throw to 1 in time.
Fantastic play by Keith Candel. Moving up the middle. Had a long way to run and fired a strike to Adam Fillman.
So 2 outs here in the 9th. And you can really feel it here in the ballpark. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone on their seat right now. Perez will grab his sign from Jaco. Pitch to the plate there for a strike. 0-1 here on Marcus Connect. Oh, 1 from Perez. Fouled back. And listen to this crowd here in London.
Perez stepping off the mound right now, gathering his thoughts as the next pitch could win his team the title.
It's Eduardo Perez on the mound. He's got an 0-2 count. Ready into his delivery. To the plate, just upstairs. Couldn't get the call, and it's 1-2. sellout capacity crowd on their feet here in the 9th inning. Here's the 1-2 from Perez. Swing and a miss. It's over. The wait is over, London. Champions of the IBL for the first time since 1975. They've come oh so close so many times before. But the 2021 London Majors have done it for the first time in 46 years.
What a time for Majors fans. It's been a crazy journey for this organization. Since 1975, no championships. Being one of the most storied teams in the league, they've finally come out and they've put it all together this year. In a year like no other in the Inter-County Baseball League, the London Majors come out on top.
The Majors victorious here. Down on the field, the champions of the IBL. As the Jack and Lynn Dominico Trophy comes out to the field, and you see the Majors out there celebrating this championship. And we will be sending our very own Dylan Baker down onto the field level to see if we can get some interviews for you, but the Majors have done it for the first time since 1975. The handshake lines as expected. As this Toronto Maple Leafs team put up probably one of the best fights you could have asked for. And at the end of the day, it probably came down to one thing, and that was home field advantage. 10 games between the regular season and playoffs between these two teams. And the home team has won every single one of them. All 10. The wait over for Roop Chanderdat, Scott Dart, who took over this team. They've tried so many times, got oh so close. And now they've finally done it. Champions. Children, fans out onto the field here to congratulate the Majors. And I think they're going to escort them off the field to try and get just the players onto the field for this celebration, but can you blame them? Something this city has waited for so long. The alumni that came before them certainly sitting there with a smile, big grin on their face. And the big grin for this London Majors club, who are champions here. But a big clap to the Toronto Maple Leafs, who made it oh so close throughout the course of this season. And now the presentation from Commissioner John Kastner and our very own Eric Collins down there on field level.
Introduce to you the Commissioner of the Adair County Baseball League, Mr. John Kastner.
I want to congratulate all 7 teams that played in this COVID year. We were really concerned back in May and June, and here we are tonight. This is the reason everybody suited up, because we knew we could get this season in. I want to congratulate the London League and London Majors for one of the great championship series in IBL history. I also hear say tonight in London, the longest drought in IBL history is over. At this time, I'd like to present the playoff MVP trophy to Byron Reichstein. Byron hit 448 in the playoffs, 2 home runs last night, and a huge home run tonight. Congratulations.
And you hear there, Byron Reichstein awarded the MVP of the playoffs. Hit 448. He had 4 home runs just in the finals alone, added one in the Brantford series. And he is your MVP of the IBL playoffs.
Now it's my pleasure to present the Jack and Lynn Dominico Championship Trophy to the IBL champion, London Majors, Fruit Candidate, Scott Starr.
You heard the applause there, the thunderous applause as Cleveland Brownlee, after coming to this team, an import player, made a life, made a family here in London, and now he finally gets to lift the IBL Championship trophy. And what a job by this 2021 London Majors club. The celebrations, you can imagine, will go on through the night here for this London Majors squad and many here in the Forest City. Was a sold-out crowd. A fantastic crowds throughout the season. They knew something was special about this club, and it has shown. Celebrations on the field continue for this London Majors club. The champions for the first time in 46 years. The longest championship drought in the IBL. Hugs all around from all these London Majors players, a family by the time the season is over. And the champions here, and I believe the celebrations down there, and we'll see if we can get the camera down there on our very own Dylan Baker. And Dylan, can you hear us down there?
I can hear you. No, I'm standing next to IBL champion Keith Candell. Keith, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. This moment right here, it means so much to me, my family back in California who was watching the whole time. It means so much to this city who supported us for so many years and waited for this very moment to see us take one home.
You played a lot of different. Today you were batting eighth. You were a stellar shortstop defensively. What does it mean to you to finally see this crowd get a chance to live through a championship?
It means everything. This city deserves it. They've been waiting for so long, and I'm just so happy that this team right here, who battled all year, was the team that could bring it home to the city of London.
Keith, thanks so much. Congratulations once again, my friend.
Thank you, John.
Our very own Dylan Baker down there on field level with Keith Candell, a champion in the Intercounty Baseball League in 2021. And I'm sure Dylan will be around there checking on a few more players as this crowd sticks around, celebrates their first title in 46 years. And you can repeat that as many times as you want because it's going to change. And when the 2022 season rolls around, they will be the defending Intercounty Baseball League champions, the London Majors. A team picture on the field now. With many standing on, looking on. And Dylan, down on field level, tell us a little bit about, if you can, the celebrations, the feeling from this club.
Noah, I got to tell you, it's fantastic down here. Rube Canada just got a giant. It's really fantastic down at field level.
Continuing on with the celebrations, this London Majors club. And a big thank you to all yous who watched throughout the night, and those who still are as the Majors celebrate an Intercounty Baseball League championship. And now I believe Dylan has another one for us. Dylan, what do you got, baby?
Game 5 starter Owen Boone joins me now. Owen, you've been with this team since 2014. You left for a little while, and now you're back. You were the ace of this staff this year, along with Pedro de los Santos. How does this feel?
I can't even put this into words. I mean, we got the greatest group of guys behind us right now. We battled so freaking hard all year. We put it on the line. Toronto gave us a huge run for our money. They did not give up at all. They were never out of this game. And I'm so proud of the boys for just pulling together and putting together a 9-inning ball game and coming back and securing the victory here at home. It's unbelievable.
You look like you fight tonight. You're there on the mound in this game of the IBL Finals.
It feels great, man. It feels like I came full circle. I remember when I first came into the league as a young guy, 7 years now, and it's very, very vindicating. Toronto, I'll give them all the credit in the world. They were extremely tough to get out, and I'm just happy that the bats pulled together for us, and we were able to get the lead and hold on to it.
Congratulations, Owen. Enjoy this.
Thank you so much.
Owen Boone, the Game 2 and Game 5 starter for the London Majors. The winner in this ball game. As the fans continue, you see on your screen there to celebrate. As we stick with you through the celebrations. And we'll see if Dylan can grab us one more player. Maybe Rupert Scott as well, to see if we can get any of those guys down there. It is fans, it is family, it is the London Majors. They are the 2021 champions down there on field level. And now I believe Dylan, yes, he does have Roop Chanderdat with him. And we'll see if we can chat with Roop quickly. And oh, he gives Dylan a water bath. Don't get it on the mic, Dylan. Those are expensive.
I'm sorry. Roop, how does this feel, man?
Good luck.
Roop's busy celebrating. I got the trophy out here in front of me. Roop, how you feeling right now?
Feel good. You know what? It's been a long time coming. You know what? A lot of work has gone into this to do it the right way. You know what? I've been knocking at the door to finally, kick the door open. It feels real good.
You've been on both sides of this. You were a player with this team. Now you've been the manager for a long time. You've come close, but never before have you gotten to this point. What is this like for you?
You know what? It's great. Not just for me. This is for all these people out here, all the volunteers, you guys. That's what I said out front. It's not about me. This isn't about me. This is for all London Majors fans. And my family. This means everything to me.
Roop, congratulations. You deserve this. Enjoy this moment.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you.
Roop Chanderdat down there. He is finally an IBL champion after a long wait. A player, an owner, a manager, and now a champion. As you see the celebration down there on field level. As we wrap things up here at Labatt, I believe Dylan's going to make his way on up here. We'll have a few quick words, and then we will leave for the celebrating here in London. Eric Collins on the PA now. And Dylan Baker is back up here in the booth with me, Dylan, and a little bit wet.
Just a bit, Noah. Man, is it fun down there. Quite the scene. Everybody's celebrating. So many of these guys. The Majors really built a veteran group this season, and these guys have been waiting a long time for this moment. I'm very happy for them. They've been nothing but fantastic to us all year long.
So the London Majors win this ball game 8-4, and they are 2021 Inter-County Baseball League champions for the first time in 46 seasons. We'd love to stick around. We'll leave it on a static shot with a little bit of volume, but myself and Dylan, I think we're going to head down there and do a little bit of celebrating as well.
You know what? For everybody watching at home, we appreciate you tuning in all season long. You couldn't have picked a better IBL Finals matchup. You couldn't have had more fun. So many great games in this series. We appreciate you joining us all year long, and we can't wait to see you next year.